O'Donnell called into the show once. Now she's here live. I'm excited about that.
Did you ever think this would happen?
No, I didn't. I like it. I told you. I started really digging Rosie when she came out of the closet. You know me. I'm like such an honest broadcaster that I felt Rosie should not be
in the closet.
In the closet. And when she came out of the closet...
It's just your world, and whatever you want should be.
I'm somehow related to her. I thought that she was very honest. I think it's very brave to come out of the closet, especially when you have a huge mega career like she does. Let's face it. There's Rosie.
What? Where? What?
Oh, that was Gary. Sorry, Rosie.
I was going to say she lost her looks.
Rosie's here promoting America, which will premiere this Saturday night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime. And I suggest you watch the TV show. I really liked it.
Well,
hey,
she's
Rosie.
not as tall as I thought.
Not bad studio. You never saw a radio guy with a studio like that.
I've never seen a TV person with a studio like this.
Nice to see you, Rosie.
With the Robocam. Hi.
Yeah, 5 Robocams.
And lots of people behind me.
You've got Fred,
yeah,
you've got Benji, you got Artie.
And why is Robin in a bulletproof boot?
Robin is in a bulletproof booth.
I often say things that get me into trouble.
You know why? You know why, Rosie? Because Robin, when we first started working together, we worked at a radio station where we were separated by glass. That's just how it was set up.
Yeah.
And it became very comfortable. She could work behind the glass and not interfere with what I was doing, and I didn't interfere with what she was doing. And we became...
And it also became, you know, like there's a very male atmosphere.
And this is the testosterone protection
And
zone.
that is what this is. This is the dome of testosterone protection.
It wasn't so male when we first started.
Yes, it was.
It was?
It was sort of like a locker room, and rather than being a part of it, I could just observe it and not interfere.
You don't like the smell of a locker room?
I hate the smell of a locker room.
It's so beautiful.
It's a little bit like a toll booth thing here. You know, you're the toll booth collector, protected.
If you feel unsafe, go sit with Robin in the booth.
I may do that. I'll let you know.
And you'll be fine. You just stopped drinking? You don't drink any alcohol?
No.
Because I know we were thinking of going out to dinner, but I don't think that's going to be fun if you're not drinking.
Was that a problem?
Well, you know, I didn't drink for about 8 or 9 years in my 20s. And then...
Me neither.
Really?
Never occurred to me to drink.
Same with me. And I was sort of like, I just worked. That's all I did was work.
My whole focus was work. I said, why would someone waste time drinking?
Okay, so then, you know, when I was 30, I started drinking, like, beer at clubs. And then, you know, about 3-4 months ago, my oldest son, who was about to turn 14, I said, hey, can you get me a beer? Because he loves to open, you know, the thing. Right. And he goes, no.
Wow.
I go,
it
what?
upset him.
I said, why? He goes, I think you're drinking too much beer lately. I go, since when? He goes, about 6 months.
Ooh.
Wow. I said, wow. I go, you know, when I was 20, I didn't drink at all for like 9 years. He goes, you should try that again.
Do you think you were drinking too much?
Yeah.
Why do you think you were drinking so much?
I think a little bit it started during The View, which is sort of like a joke, but not really. But I think it did. Like, you know, I would... that's when I think I would notice there was an upkick in the drinking.
See, I never understood you with your relationship with your TV shows. Yeah. Like, something really gets to you when you have a successful TV show. It drives you crazy, in a sense.
Well, I only had one, really.
Well, yeah, okay, so you left that show.
Yeah.
And then even with The View, I never thought it would work out on The View because I don't see you playing with 4 other women. I see you as the lead singer.
Oh, that's sweet.
And there's too many. You really didn't need them to function. In other words, they got in your way.
Well, you know, it was somebody, you know, Barbara asked me, and I thought, well, okay, let's try it for a year.
Right.
Stick my toe back in the Fame pool, see if I wanted to go swimming, and, you know, see how it would work out. And we all watched how it worked out.
See, I always thought fame was really super important to you. And then when you suddenly said, okay, I'm coming out of the closet, which was a big, big move for you because that had to be what's scarier? Going up on stage doing stand-up the first time or coming out of the closet when you have all of America on your side, hit television show, sponsors up the wazoo, and you don't even know what's going to happen if you come out of the closet? Which is scarier?
The truth is, Howard, that I was already way, way, way successful. I had enough money.
Right.
I was in the safe zone. You know, I didn't do it at a time when it was a threat to my career. But when I was starting that show in '96, nobody talked about being gay.
No.
Ellen was not out. Will and Grace was not on the air.
That's right.
Nobody would even ask me in interviews. It was something that the press sort of ignored. And then, you know, in the last 10, 15 years, it's been a total change in gay awareness and the gay movement, gay rights, everything. And when I did come out, it was because of the foster kid that I had that we weren't allowed to adopt.
Right.
And I thought that was a good enough reason. You know, I didn't want to just have an announcement, oh, by the way, I'm gay. But when I took the job in '95, I told them that I would do it for 5 years and then I would quit.
What's scarier, going up? Well, how old are you when you first went up on a stand-up stage?
16.
16.
Yeah.
Kid from Long Island.
Yeah.
And what gave you the confidence to do that?
I did a show in Colmac High School South, the Senior Follies, where you make fun of the teachers. And one kid, a year younger than me, his older brother, Richie Minervini, owned the East Side Comedy Club.
Yeah, I know that guy.
He came over to me and he said, you should be a stand-up comic. And I'm like, nah, I want to be an actress. I want to be on Broadway.
You mean you were that good at getting up and making fun of the teachers?
Yeah, we did sort of Saturday Night Live skits.
Right.
And I would do Rosanna Dana.
Wow.
And I would, make fun of the teachers and I wrote the whole show.
Wow. And so you said, hey, maybe I could go up on stage and do stand-up comedy when everyone said how great you were at this.
Yeah.
And where do you go to do that? At Minervini's place?
I went to Minervini's place.
And you walk up on the stage and you had what? You'd written material down?
No, I saw Merv Griffin the day before and Jerry Seinfeld was on.
Right.
And I remembered his act.
You did Jerry's act.
Not only his act, I did his inflection.
Everything.
I was like...
You were the Jerry Seinfeld experience in a sense.
I walked on stage and I'm 16. I'm like, so I'm driving here and on the car stalls. I'm opening the hood and I'm looking for... What am I looking for? A big on-off switch? On-off? I'm thinking, hey.
Great.
Like, I even did his I'm thinking, hey, And of course I killed. And I came off stage and all the comics were in their little wolf pack like they are. They're like, where'd you get those jokes? I said, Jerry Seinfeld on Merv Griffin. They're like, you can't do that. I'm like, why not?
Well, don't admit it.
Well, I didn't know. I thought it was like a song.
That's
Streisand didn't
great.
write her song.
No, but that's so great that the comics, knew probably that she got it from there, and they expect her to lie. And she's like, no, I got it.
No, this is where I'm very honest.
Well, I saw it. I was like, well, those are funny. I'll just say that. Because
So people came down on you for using Jerry Seinfeld's act, and then you said, oh, I better go home and what? Write down an act? You had to go create an act.
well, I sat at the bar with them, and they're like, you have to just talk about your own life. You can't just talk about somebody else's material. And I was like, well, that's crap, because Streisand, I had all these analogies of music. So then they said, well, come back tomorrow and try it yourself. And so I went back, and they let me MC. And I
Wow.
just learned from doing, MC and talking about my own sort of family life and,
When did you start to feel really famous? After, like, you had that show on VH1? You used to do the stand-up on VH1 for a while. Did you start to feel like you were really getting famous, that you were becoming a big star at that point? Or was it when you...
It was in '84 when I was discovered at the East Side Comedy Club by Ed McMahon's daughter, who was in the audience and came over to me and said, my dad's Ed McMahon, and I'm going to put you on Star Search. And I was like, yeah, right. And I was still living at home with my dad.
You did Star Search?
Yes, the second year.
Did you win?
No.
Isn't that weird? Who were you
Who
up
won
against?
your year?
Who won? Jackie Martling?
No, no, but I've known Jackie since I'm 16.
Right.
But a guy won named John Cassier. But the year that I was on, it was me and Sinbad were in the finals.
Right.
Wow.
And he and I both didn't win, and this guy John Cassier won. But I made like 30 grand, which to me was more money than I could imagine.
Right.
I moved to L.A.
Right.
And I started doing stand-up at the clubs there and going on the road. And at the time, I was like an opening act. And after Star Search, I got to headline. Now, headline where? Young Bonkers in San Antonio.
Right. Did you think you were going to be big? Did you think you'd be a big star?
But not at stand-up. I thought I
No.
would be a Broadway person. I thought I
No
would
kidding.
Be, yeah.
Like a funny sort of actress doing a role in South Pacific or something, right?
Exactly. Like the goal, of course, was always Streisand, but knowing that I couldn't sing,
Yeah.
I thought I would, do some sort of, Broadway, Maureen Stapleton kind of career.
And now that you think about it, with all the things you've done, maybe being a Broadway actress would be the most boring thing in the world because you'd have to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Actually, it's been the most fun part of show business for me.
Yeah, because she's done Broadway, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I know you've done it, but
Yeah.
but you don't do it for long. You kind of bail out after a while because you get bored.
I did Grease for a year, which, believe me, was very taxing. But to do a Broadway show, there's nothing like it in show business. You do a movie and you're there for a month, 2 months. The longest film I ever did was League of Their Own, which was 3 months. And
That's where you become friends with Madonna.
Yes.
And you're still friends with her.
Yes.
Is that difficult for you?
No, but it was at the beginning because I remember she was friendly with Sandra when I was on VH1 as a VJ. And
Right.
I remember thinking to myself, how can you be friends with her?
What, with Sandra Bernhard?
Yeah.
Why?
No, I remember Sandra was friends with Madonna, and I
Right.
kept thinking, how could Sandra be friends with Madonna? How do you connect to Madonna? It was like Elvis. It was
Right.
like too big of a person. But the day before I met her, and I didn't know I was going to meet her at the movie set, I went to see Truth or Dare.
Right.
And I saw that she was at the grave of her mom, and it had her mom's name, which is her own name.
Right.
And that's the same situation for me. And so when I met her, Penny said to me, tomorrow Madonna's going to come in. If you make her funny, then she'll do the movie, so try to do good.
Oh, my goodness.
And I was
What
like, not a lot of pressure. Exactly right.
It all
And
falls on your shoulders. What?
she walks in, and I said, hey, I saw your movie yesterday. My mom died when I was 10, and I have the same name, and I totally related to it, and we became sort of sisters at the moment.
But Madonna's brother describes that even when she had a group of people over once, I think you were included, and you all played truth or dare kind of game. And Madonna would purposely ask questions where everyone would sort of kiss her ass, in the sense that she would say, who do you want to kiss most in the room? And everyone knew that it would be Madonna. Everyone wanted to kiss Madonna, that she is so the focus. She is so the star. And you're a big star in your own right. It doesn't get competitive between the two of you?
Not at all. And that's, I don't think that Christopher's recollections are really accurate.
Oh, I don't think they're accurate at all.
I don't remember
He
ever.
sounded really bitter.
He had his own
But he was fun
point
to
of
interview.
view of the
I'll
whole
bet.
thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've known her for a very long time, as long as I've known him. And he was always around at the beginning. And, you know, I never remember playing Truth or Dare with her once.
You never kissed her?
Never. Ever. Not,
Really?
Never. Ever.
I can't believe it.
And you know what? Other people sort of have said that to me, too, which I always find shocking. Like, people say, oh, well, you had sex with Madonna. I'm like, are you out of your mind? You know,
But Madonna dabbles. She will go with women and men.
Listen, she is a beautiful, sexually, actively healthy woman, and she, you know, is a world icon and sex symbol, and she can have sex with anyone she wants to.
Is she disappointed that you are not into Kabbalah?
I actually am into Kabbalah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Now you're Jewish?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu.
Wow.
No, I have. There's a woman named Ruthie for about 6 years that I study with. About, you know, once a week for months and months at a time. And, you know, I've done a lot of different spiritual practices in my life. But
And you like Kabbalah?
well, I don't go to I don't go to the center. I don't go.
You don't?
No.
How do you practice?
Sandra Bernhardt told me recently that she went, and she got a little fed up because Madonna brought A-Rod, and A-Rod was holding the Torah.
Torah, yeah. He was,
Yeah.
She said it got too weird for her.
Well, you know, in Israel, I went to Israel for Rosh Hashanah about 2 years ago, and there were a lot of celebrities up on holding the Torah, and I thought the same thing. I'm not really sure if those guys are the most. I don't know, but maybe it's me.
Yeah.
But,
So you consider yourself Jewish now?
No.
You're not going to convert?
It's not actually associated
Judaism.
with Judaism, which is shocking. Even though it's the study of the Zohar, which is the mystical interpretation of the Torah.
But how do you practice? You don't go to the center. I mean, what do you do?
You don't practice. You study.
You study.
Yeah,
okay.
you study.
And Kelly, she's involved in this as well?
She's a Buddhist.
She's a Buddhist.
That's what she studies. Buddhism.
So it's a mixed marriage.
Kind of, yeah.
But they took away your marriage, didn't they?
Well, the initial
Or
people
can they?
They did, actually. The people who were married first, you know, by Gavin Newsom in San Francisco when he did that, when it all started, we went and did that.
I remember, and I was very pleased with you that you stood up and you got married and you made it very public, and it was really kind of exciting that you did that.
Yeah, you know what happened? Truthfully, we were watching TV, and the war had just started, and there was a break special announcement, and I thought, oh my God, you know, we've lost a whole troop, a whole platoon. What happened? You know,
Right.
And he said, I just want to say that we're going to make an amendment to stop those gays from getting married. And I was so livid that I said to her, get a plane ticket, we're going to get married. She's like, all right. That was it. It was in response to, you know, what appeared to me to be the most gross art of distraction that any president ever tried, and to debase the people. And I just thought, if you want to count the people who are standing in line, who are guests, somebody famous needs to do it. And then I thought, well, I'm famous, I'll do it.
Were you devastated when your marriage was taken away? And was Kelly devastated?
Kelly was.
She was?
Yes, but I had expected it. When we got married, I knew that it was in some ways an act of civil disobedience, in that it was not legal for gay people to get married.
It's very frustrating.
Yes.
Because you got married.
Right.
And it looked like there was change about to happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everybody got all freaked out.
Yeah.
And took it away.
Right.
And once you have something and they take it away from you, it's devastating.
Well, she gave me on my birthday our marriage certificate framed, and it's in our house, and the kids love it, and it's, you know, and then when the annulment little letter came, she was
they actually sent a letter?
Yes,
wow.
they did.
Oh,
wow.
It's like, in case you think you're married, you're not.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen here, asshole.
Yeah,
No, it's
we
dear
got
lesbos.
news for you.
You lesbos are not married.
Yeah, no matter what you think. But
Wow.
it really did upset her, and I was like, listen, you know, honey, it's not going to happen overnight.
Why do we always read, I mean, I don't know, why do we always read that your marriage is in trouble, your relationship with Kelly's in trouble? Why are we always hearing that? Is there any...
Where do you read it?
Inquirer stuff, tabloid stuff, and I know most of that stuff's not true, but...
I've never read that.
I didn't read it either, but I've heard
always
people
read,
say it.
Yeah, that your marriage is always in trouble, that you're either getting bored or she's getting bored or something's going
Everybody's
wrong.
bored.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
With 4 kids, we are bored.
Is it hard to be...
All we do is play Boggle and Bananagrams.
But isn't it hard to keep any kind of romance going with Kelly if you in fact, have 4 kids. I mean, it's almost impossible, right?
It is, but she's the reason, I think, that we've stayed together. She's the reason that we still, have interest in each other and alone time, where she schedules time just for us to go away.
Date night kind of thing?
Well, yes, but date night away from the house, because date night with 4 kids in a house is not ever a date night.
If you didn't have that, and you being Rosie O'Donnell, big star, don't you think that maybe you would stray, that you'd say, hey, I have to go find romance somewhere. I need that spark?
No.
You do not think that would happen?
Because I told you when I was on the phone, which I don't know if you believed me, that I am not a very sexually...
I don't believe you.
I know you don't, but
I know that you used to have
that
something going on at the Four Seasons.
That's what you said,
orgied.
which I think is so funny.
I had always assumed that you orgied with tons of women. That you had a
in
wild
fact, he
life.
would tell me.
It's so crazy.
Rosie has the hottest women.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say this. I don't even like to be naked, like with Kelly. Like I turn the lights off in the shower. The thought of an orgy. The closest thing to an orgy ever was I went to once. Madonna's sex party when she had the sex book.
Right.
She had the opening premiere party.
And naked.
There were people naked, including like she was. I think her top was off. But that to me was the most wild sexual thing that had ever happened to me.
Did you feel compelled to get nude with other people there?
Howard, I don't get nude easily.
Right.
No, trust me.
You have a bad body concept. You're overweight, and you feel, I don't want anyone to look at me.
I don't really identify myself as a sexual being, which is a weird thing, and my shrink works on it with me. But I don't think of it. And when someone is kind of flirting or kind of, coming on to me, I don't even usually know it.
Do you think that's why you hold on to your weight, that it keeps you from being sexual? It keeps you from being...
I think it's definitely one of the reasons.
I'll tell you, I relate to that completely. I do.
Yeah.
Why, that's with your weight?
Yeah, I think...
know he won't even take his socks off.
You're making yourself ununattractive.
I understand what she's saying, because sometimes you feel insecure and then you don't want to, you know what I mean? And then the weight thing is like a way to go, well, look... you don't feel like being intimate. Look, when I get thinner, maybe we'll do something, or it's weird.
Yeah, well, once I did, I went on Diet Center, which is one of these many ridiculous things that you can try, and I got down to like a size 12 or 11, like jeans tucked in with a belt.
Was that when you did the Gary Marshall movie? I remember you got thin for that one where you played the dominatrix and all that.
It was right around there. It was actually a little thinner than that, and I stopped to go to the Improv at a gas station, self-serve,
right?
And the guys, nice-looking guys, came out to help me with the gas. Now, that had never happened to me before in my life. And I remember, being overwhelmed, and they were really kind. Where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm a comic. I'm going to the Improv. And, oh, really? Let me do your windows for you. I was like, what the hell is happening here?
What's this world?
Guys are hitting on you.
And then I stopped at Baskin-Robbins on the way to the Improv, and without even really realizing it until later,
But you have a fear of men.
Too much
you had bad experience. You were molested as a child?
Yes.
Yeah. So that would make sense in a way. You don't want attention from men.
Yes, but although I know many women who are sexually abused who are not gay.
Right.
So I don't know that
but maybe the weight keeps you. But I don't know. I can't figure it out. Because for me, you're a very disciplined person.
You gay. Yeah.
You are. Yeah. I know if you wanted to be thin, you could be thin. I really do believe that.
Yeah.
I think you're a very disciplined person. So something's going on. You're in therapy. Something's going on with the weight that you're holding on to.
Well, what's interesting is that I have 4 very fit, healthy kids, and none of them are from my gene pool. That's number one.
Right.
But number 2 is that they're fit. They have, Kelly is sort of in control of the food in the house, and when they want a snack, I always say, ask Mommy Kelly. I'm not in control of the food. But my daughter, who's now 11 and beautiful and tall and skinny, and she said to me once, Mom, do you know that you could look different?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yes. She goes, you really could. And it totally struck me. I was like, she's noticing it, and last week we were in Miami.
Do you think she's embarrassed?
I think that probably. It's not because I'm famous, you get a lot of leeway. I think if I was just the average mom, perhaps, but when we went to the beach in Miami recently, which I don't like to do, to go to the beach with them because all the paparazzi and the suit. And
constantly. I don't even know how you live in Miami.
Well, we never leave the house usually.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah. But I went to the beach with them, and my son was making a sandcastle, my older son, and I was going in the water with the other 3, and I had a T-shirt over my suit, and I said, Park, I'm going to leave the T-shirt here, okay? Because he was near the shore. And he goes, why? I said, well, because I didn't want to walk from the blanket with my bathing suit, and I'll leave it here, and then when I get out, I'll grab the T-shirt. And he goes, Mom, when are you going to just accept your body? That's how you are. Everyone knows that's how you are. It's okay. Just go in the water.
These kids are brilliant.
Well, your kids sound really
teaching
together.
me,
I wish my kids would teach me something.
Yeah, I can see why why you have kids.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I almost feel like, you know, what an idiot that I should be teaching them to love, but I don't, you know, I'm not there, like you say.
Is Kelly comfortable with her body?
Totally, but she's fit and thin, and she plays tennis every day.
Would she walk
works out.
around the house nude? I mean, not when the kids are there, but I mean, would she walk around the bedroom naked with the lights on and the whole thing?
Yes,
she
without
will.
thinking about it.
I like that.
Yeah. yeah, she would. And I always say to her, sometimes I'm like, oh, honey, why you like me? I'm so fat. And she's always like, dude, have we ever had one issue with me not being attractive? I'm like, I know, but honey, you could have such a gorgeous girlfriend. She's like, please, don't. Like, how I perceive me is not how necessarily other people do, you know?
Sometimes I think, too, it's like, well, I mean, I understand the way, especially knowing a little bit about how you grew up.
Yeah.
I think there is a protectiveness there.
Yeah.
You don't want that kind of sexual attention.
Yeah.
You really don't.
Right. And there are 5 O'Donnell children, and all of us are overweight.
Really?
Yes.
So you think this...
All right, now extrapolate with your theory.
Yeah.
I think...
Well, yeah.
I think they lost their mother when they were young. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm having my
You're
own
lost.
problems, believe me.
Right.
I'm
But
at that shrink 3 days a week, and I'm really confused.
Is it helping at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm a better father.
That's great.
I do think I'm a little more connected with my kids and able to empathize more.
I think
And you
that's
have a
what,
good relationship now.
And I have a
you
good
do.
relationship
Yeah,
with
I
them.
saw you with them at a restaurant once. But, you know, I think that when my son asked me about the drinking, that what he was saying was he wanted me to be more present, to connect more.
Yes.
That's what he was saying, you know, and so...
Was it hard to give up the beer?
No.
No.
Not really. I mean, you know, truthfully, I would... I don't have one. If I'm at home at night and I'm going to have a beer, I'll have 4. And it affects the weight tremendously. And
Right.
if you have depression issues, it's totally the worst thing to do. So
Do you medicate yourself? Do you take medication for your depression?
I do.
You do. What do you take?
Effexor.
Effexor? Mm-hmm. Artie, there's
Artie's
one you're not
thinking
on.
of
What are you on, Artie?
taking-
I
She's on
tried.
heroin, so.
No.
Heroin's not good.
No.
What do you take?
I realize heroin's not an antidepressant.
He's
I'm not-
off prescription.
I'm not a moron.
Yeah.
Years ago, I had issues, and Paxil helped me out a lot. But I haven't been on an antidepressant in a while. Lately, I've been thinking about going on one, and I haven't been... the last time I took Paxil was probably a decade ago, so I know they've made a lot of advancements and stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember that they said the worst thing to do with an antidepressant is to drink.
Correct.
On any level, you know.
Yes.
So you got to make a decision either way.
Right.
I don't know. Effexors work for you?
It has worked for me, and it's a low dose, and
Right.
it also helps with hot flashes, which I don't think you have.
Are you going
not
through
yet.
menopause?
Yes, honey.
Now, how is this affecting you?
Oh, dear Lord. And I don't think women ever talk about it. How old are
Robin
you,
does.
Robin?
Don't ask my age.
Well, black don't crack. There's no way to guess.
It's
Look
hard
at
to
you.
tell.
How
She's
old?
good.
64.
No, but you're not. You're what are you?
Tell the
my age?
truth, Robin.
47?
I don't know. Oh, God, I'm so much
No.
older
You're
than
older
you.
than me?
Oh,
Yes.
she's way older than
Okay,
you.
well, mine started at 41, and my show was over when I was 40, so I'm in bed at 41, and I wake up, and the baby now is like 2, Vivi, and I go, oh, God, she must have peed in the bed.
Right.
The bed's soaked, and I look around, there's no baby. There's just me.
The whole bed was wet.
Oh, my God, drenched like, you know...
I think I'm going through menopause.
Maybe
You're
you could be.
drenching the
I'm
bed
always-
now?
I'm always
a night
drenched.
sweat on you?
Do you remember Albert Brooks in broadcast news? That's what it was like. Like,
Sweat.
just
Sweat
everywhere.
everywhere.
And it lasted like probably 3 years, and it was unbelievable. Some nights I would sleep with Ziploc bags full of ice on my neck, my head, and my chest.
How does this affect you sexually? You weren't a very sexual person, and I've even said to Robin started using KY when
I
she...
did not.
You did
I lied
too.
to you. We
You're
weren't
lying
even
now.
having sex. I was just lying.
You don't use KY?
No.
Since
A
menopause?
little
Never
KY
have.
goes a long way for anyone, is my opinion.
You will use KY.
I'm just saying that if you're in the mood, it sometimes is helpful.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But listen, I don't even know what you and Kelly are doing, but you need KY
It's
for
probably pretty similar to what you're doing.
it. Does Kelly get upset when you need KY? Does she feel that she's less of a woman, that she is not turning you
Well,
on?
with 2 women, there's not that much of a need for KY unless
Okay.
you're, really going to go into the whole 9-yard acrobatics. Let's use the trapeze, sweetie. But
You're talking
no,
about
she would-
strap-ons, that kind of thing?
Well, whatever kind of thing you might use to pleasure yourself or another.
Really?
Yeah.
Strap-on? You do not use a strap-on. I don't see it.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Interesting.
I don't think you need it.
That's funny.
I think you can turn a woman on with your tongue and your hands.
Wow, how Howard, I love that your opinion of me as the sexually crazed.
I've heard things about you.
I know, but you've heard it from a lying bellman at the Four Seasons. I wish I knew who that guy was, because I tip him. That's a fantastic rumor to spread about. No, I thought he would tell you, like, she ate the whole minibar again. You know what I mean? Like, he's telling you got models in there who are naked.
Oh, you have no idea how great your sex life is and what I've heard.
I would, I wish it was true.
I want to know how much it is you have to tip that guy to get him to say that shit about me.
Do you think it's important to you to have famous friends? I feel like all your friends are famous.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Like
I think
who?
of Madonna and that whole crew, and I feel like you know, I don't know.
My two best friends are Jeannie and Jackie. They've been my friends since kindergarten.
Oh, so
and Jackie lives like 15 minutes from me, and she's actually tutoring my son.
In Florida?
No, we live in Nyack, New York.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, they go to school there in Nyack.
I thought you lived in Miami.
We have a movie star home there.
Yeah.
That we go on vacation. So I only want to go there for vacation, and Kelly wants to travel. So normally I'll take the kids to Miami, and she'll take one at a time to Europe or somewhere that she wants to go, because I have no desire to go to Europe or anything.
Right.
Please.
It'd be horrible.
I'm like, we have a whole house there with a jet ski. What's the point?
I don't want to see
someone
anything.
else's schmutz.
And what are you going to see? Old stuff?
A ruin? What's the point of it? It's ruined. You know?
So my psychiatrist says to me that there's something wrong with me, that I'm afraid to go to these places.
They say that to me, too.
I am, too. I don't really want to see other worlds.
You have no interest in other cultures where you came from or your ancestors came from?
I read a lot of books. I've read all of the books on Ireland. I read everything. You know, I watch documentaries. But
and it doesn't occur to you want to see the White Cliffs of Dover.
Well, what I did, I actually went to Ireland. After my mother died, my father took all 5 kids to Belfast, 1973.
Okay.
Wasn't that smart? In the middle of the war. Thanks, Dad.
No wonder you're afraid.
That's why you don't want to go.
But for my 40th birthday, my one birthday, Kelly and I and about 6 friends rented a plane and flew to Italy. And by the time I got to the hotel, I was so nervous and upset I threw up.
Oh.
Wow.
That's how unsettling it was.
Well, you see, I think you're like me in this sense. That my mother I used to sit at her feet, and she would say to me, you know, your grandmother, she was wiped out by the Nazis, her whole family, Germany. All the kids died. All of the relatives died. They came, they banged on her house, and they took them off to Auschwitz and killed them. And then she go, we're going to Europe. Would you like to come with us?
Yeah,
I go,
no.
what are you, crazy?
What are you, nuts? That's where it
Europe, that's
started.
where I'm going to get gassed.
Now,
I'm not
wait,
going to do that.
your actual grandmother died in the
No, my real, it was like a step-grandmother.
Oh, okay.
I've had many grandmothers.
You have?
Yes. But
because I've read a lot of books about people our age who were raised by Holocaust survivors.
Yes, and you're more scared than actual people who've gone through the Holocaust.
Yeah.
I mean, the stories I would hear, who would want to even venture outside? I like sitting in the house.
That's what I like. I'm
Me
like,
too.
why should we go to a restaurant? They deliver.
Listen, you didn't feel protected as a kid. You're
Right.
scared.
Exactly.
And you still hold on to all that
Yes.
stuff.
But I've gotten better in that I can now be in the house alone. There was a long time I couldn't be in the house by myself.
You're really good at having your own talk show. What is the problem? Is it does it fatigue you? Is that why you will not have your own talk show? I feel like you walked away from the Rosie O'Donnell show.
Yeah.
You walked off The View. That just was too much headache.
Yeah.
You tried the variety show thing, but why mess with your success? In other words, why even do a variety show?
Will you do another
formula.
talk show?
Yeah.
Well, I had some meetings when I was in L.A. to promote this movie that I would last week. I was in L.A. and
Right.
You know, the reason that I left was because at some point I was really bored of talking to celebrities.
Right.
And I didn't want to interview somebody who did the same exact story the night before on Letterman that I watched. And it couldn't be authentic or real for me.
Right.
And it became less and less
fun.
Exactly. And so by the time I had the guy from the soap opera I don't watch for the 10th time because we hadn't, it just, I felt like I had done it. And so now if I were to go back, I would want to do it with real people. I would want to do it with actual stories that are of interest, not all heavy and not all, but just to have fun.
And maybe the occasional celebrity and that kind of thing.
Talking about something other than what they're there to promote.
Maybe it's the medium. Maybe because you are so successful, you do network television. That network television doesn't really allow you a lot of leeway. There was a point in my career where they came to me, ABC, and they said, we want to make you like sort of the Barbara Walters. Before the Academy Awards, you'll interview 4 celebrities and that. I said, well, but what are the standards? How am I going to be able to really ask anybody a real question? I don't think it was me. So maybe you were thinking for a while of going on MSNBC and doing a show.
Which we were actually like 5 seconds away from
I think that would have been good because you could have done politics.
Right,
you could
I
have
would
done
have
a lot
loved
of
to do
stuff.
that. But, Rachel Maddow actually took that job, and she's fantastic at it.
She is?
Yeah, have you seen it?
I haven't watched her.
No, she's really good.
Let me talk to you about this special that you're promoting. Because, first of all, so I got a copy of it. They said, you got to watch it before Rosie comes on. And for some reason, I felt like that was a homework assignment. Like,
Believe me, I remember. On my show, I used to hate when people said that. It would be hard to watch it, or I'd watch it on fast forward.
Well, you're a big enough star. I said, okay, I got to watch this. I said to Beth, we got to watch Rosie's show. I thought it was going to be some documentary or something.
Right.
I didn't know what I was in for. And even Robin reminded me, I liked your last show, so I should watch it. So I went home with Beth. Gary went home and he watched it. Excellent, A+, great show. This is a story. Rosie plays a social worker. The kid who is the black kid who's gone through the foster system.
Right.
You've met him in a diner and you put him. That's pretty bold. You're producing a show for Lifetime.
Yeah.
And you meet this kid in a diner and you just say, hey, you're a good-looking kid. Maybe you'll be the star of this thing.
Well, we had read 100 kids for the part. We had 3 weeks of pre-production. We got to do the movie because we piggybacked on another Lifetime movie, used their crew, and Detroit had unbelievable tax incentives for movies. So it was a one-in-a-lifetime shot, and it was right when I was supposed to be preparing for the variety show.
Right.
But I thought, I could sneak it in and do both. And we went to this diner 3 days before photography. There was this kid, and I watched how he was eating. He was very intelligent and stoic. And I said to the other producer, see that kid? That's the kind of kid that should do it. And he's like, what, are you going to walk over and, just introduce yourself? And I waited until one of the people at the table looked over and said, are you Roseanne Barr? Which I said, yeah. I said, close enough. It's close. Let me introduce myself.
Kid knows how to get a job.
That's an opening.
Yeah.
But I said to him, would you ever have any interest in, he said no. He was an engineering student, and he was about to, go to college, and he had finals, and he was totally disinterested. And I said, well, this is the number, and we're filming the last 2 kids on Friday, and then we were going to put the movie in turnaround, not do it.
Does he want to continue acting now? Does he have the bug?
Well, he's gotten such rave reviews that I think he's going to be offered a lot of work. But he got into University of Michigan, and he's applied to Harvard and waiting to hear.
Wow. And the girl who's in it, the attractive but very young girl, how old is that girl, the lead girl?
She is 15. Her name is Rachel Castro. She's from Long Island.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, this movie makes you realize one thing. They got all the, and this is what I talk about on the air all the time. You got all these, you see that sickening octomom. Yeah. She's busy having hundreds of babies. Why she can't, well, she's nuts, but why can't people sort of help out this foster care system? This is unbelievable.
Everybody wants babies, but they want their own.
I don't want to ruin the movie, but these kids, they go into foster care. 9 times they end up with a family where somebody's either abusive or sexually molesting them or something. We are so doomed. The statistic at the end of the movie says all these unwanted kids, most of them end up dead. Most of them end up in jail or homeless, right? Very few make it.
30,000 kids a year age out. When you age out, when you're 18, the state says we're done with you. We have no more services, no more therapy,
That's it, you're on your own?
Yep, no more place to live.
Wow.
In New York, it's 21.
Right.
But the rest of the country, pretty much, it's 18. And when they get out, of those 30,000 kids, 80% are homeless, and jail or dead within
Doesn't
the
that
first
scare
5
the
years.
hell out of you?
It should.
Could you imagine what's running around out on the streets?
Well, remember when Nebraska had that crazy law?
Yes.
And people were driving there to give away their 13-year-olds?
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was in November when we were filming this movie,
Yeah.
actually. As soon as they passed that law, it was supposed to be for newborn babies. You could drop it off, and people were dropping off their teenagers.
Yeah.
But the movie's a real good story. It's a little bit sexual, a little bit violent. It's got something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story of a guy who basically finds himself, but it's a really horror story that he goes through. But it's really well done. I loved it.
It's very
I absolutely
accurate,
loved it. I recommend it to the audience. If there's a flaw in it, there's no Spider-Man.
Yeah, we tried to get him in.
If you had fit in Spider-Man, it probably would have been the most perfect movie.
Yeah,
Did you
totally.
watch the Academy Awards?
I did.
Did you think that Sean Penn deserved the Academy Award for Milk?
Yes, I did, and I voted for him.
I agree. I believe he deserved it.
Incredible.
But Meryl Streep got robbed. Now,
Yeah, you think so?
Absolutely. The movie Doubt, did you see it?
Yes.
She was the best, even though Kate Winslet was very good in her movie.
In The Reader, yeah.
Right. Did you vote for Kate Winslet?
I did not.
Who did you vote for?
Meryl Streep.
You did?
Yes.
So you agree
But,
with
you
me.
know, Meryl, the best part of the Oscars to me was Sophia Loren talking to Meryl Streep.
You like that?
Oh, my God. I mean, when are you ever going to see that again in your life? And Sophia with her hand on her hip, throwing her head back and talking about the majesty of is that a word? Of Meryl Streep and how unbelievable she is. And, you know, I love Meryl Streep at this age with her gorgeous daughter and sort of humble and looking down. And, you know, there'll never be anyone as good as Meryl Streep, I don't think, ever.
Why did you stop blogging on your website? What happened there? You were very good at it. You were good at updating your blog. You seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah,
you even
I
had
thought
a
you were into
video
that.
blog. You were way into it. It was funny. Why would you stop
Because
that?
when I started it, nobody knew what a blog was. You know,
Right.
like 6 years ago, people were like, what is it? And I go on talk shows, and they're like, you just do it on the web. And all of a sudden, Blogspot was up, and then with Facebook. And it got to the point where it was no longer exciting.
It was not a novelty.
Right? And people were taking it like E.T. and all those shows and taking just a little, Rosie goes crazy. You know, and I'm like, oh, God.
You couldn't even be honest on it because it was taken out of context.
Correct. And I thought, you know, if it's going to be more of a headache than it's worth, you know.
Are you back to blogging?
Well, I'm using it now to raise money for the school I opened on 45th Street, and I'm using it to promote appearances that I'm doing. But, you know, the internal angst and what I'm feeling about the world order and what's happening in our society, it's not going to be so much on the blog anymore.
Do you have Facebook?
No.
You are not on there?
No.
I believe you will be on there.
Do you think?
I do. I think you will eventually get caught up in Twittering and Facebooking.
Well, you know, my brother, by mistake, signed me up for it. You know how if you sign up, they can go into your... All of a sudden, I was like, you are now on Facebook. And I was like, what? And I went on there, and then it's like, so-and-so's on the wall. It was like so much pressure. You know, you had to figure out where they were, and it's, what are you doing now? And
it's almost a full-time job.
That's what someone tells me, that once you get in there, it's...
Rosie, I'm being given the high sign that you have to leave.
I do? No,
yeah.
I don't have to go anywhere.
You don't have to go anywhere?
No,
Oh,
keep
good.
talking. What do you need to know?
Rosie's in America, premiering this Saturday night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime. And for more information on Rosie's charity, Rosie's Broadway Kids, go to rosiesbroadwaykids.org. We have a few more minutes?
More minutes?
All right, good.
Okay.
I got a reprieve. 5 more minutes
Yeah,
from
Cindy
me.
Berger, she's tough.
Cindy Berger. Speaking of Cindy Berger, she's your publicist.
Yes.
She's also Barbara Walters' publicist,
Yes,
true?
she is. That's a tough job. Yes.
Don't you think that you and Barbara have had an exchange of words over The View? And don't you think Cindy took more of Barbara's side than yours?
No,
She was caught in the middle, wasn't she, between that?
No, because you know what? For years, Barbara and I have known each other sort of socially in that kind of celebrity way, not like the real friend sort of way, but that celebrity, like go out to dinner, see a show, but don't really call each other on the phone.
Right.
Okay, so when, you know, she asked me to do the show, I went and I did it, and then what happened, but we are able to get along. You know, I just did Nora Ephron's play reading down in the Village, and she came to the show.
So there's no tension between your publicist and all of that?
No.
No, you like Cindy. Cindy's also Madonna's publicist, right?
Yes.
It's one big incestuous
But
publicist.
not Cindy herself, but that company, PMK.
I see.
Yeah.
Trump, you're still at war with. You haven't run into him. You haven't seen him anywhere.
Well, you know, I don't think I've ever had a conversation with him in my life. Although I was at his wedding to Marla Maples.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Wasn't I there?
Yes.
Yes, you were there.
Well, why didn't I see you there?
Because you hated me then, don't you remember?
But I would see you. I mean, I would go over and say, I would have gone over and said
Did you
hello.
hide from him?
It was pretty big. You couldn't. It was at that big hotel, remember? And
yeah.
I was there with Jason Opsel, who's since passed away, actually, who worked with Marla in Will Rogers Follies, and I was working with him in Grease on Broadway.
Right.
And I was there at the wedding. And I thought it was weird. Remember when he walked up the aisle, he was shaking people's hands?
Yeah, it was...
on the way up the aisle? I'm like, talk about lack of focus.
Yes, but it was almost like a circus.
It was.
Right. And OJ was there as well.
No.
Yes, OJ was there. In fact, on the back
Pre-murder?
of my... Pre-murder.
Yes.
Right on
Before
the...
everyone knew.
The back page of
Pre-double murder.
Of my second book, I put a picture of myself and OJ, at Trump's wedding.
Right.
It was great.
Oh, my
Trump gave
God.
me permission for that. So,
But I don't know the guy. I only know, I've never really talked to him. I don't really know him. I've just seen him on TV, and we talked about, him forgiving the Miss America girl on The View, and the guy went ballistic.
do you live in fear of running into him? I
No,
mean, when you're in a
The
feud,
only person I ever was afraid of running into was you.
I know. You thought I was a bully.
Well, for many years, many teenage boys would see me at the mall and go like this, and then say blah blah bluey, and I was like, holy crap!
That's fun.
And I would be wheeling a baby,
Goodness.
I had like a little 6-month-old and holding a 3-year-old's hand, and blah blah bluey, we love Howard. I'm like, ah! So it was scary.
I think what must have happened with me is I was so hell bent. I was so proud of you when you came out of the closet.
Yeah.
And you were so honest. It used to drive me crazy when you would. I think for the same thing you're saying, when you were on with these celebrities and you had to sit there and kiss their ass, and you couldn't, like even Tom Cruise, you couldn't even talk about the fact that you maybe were in love with a woman, and it would drive me crazy because I felt you were more honest than that.
Yeah, it was a tough, listen, it was a
But
tough
it's
time.
hard.
If I could go backwards, in 96, to think that I would have the courage or that it was possible to talk about being gay. I remember when they said, we have a brand new show coming out on NBC about a gay guy living with a woman. I'm like, well, that'll never air.
Right.
Remember when...
Will and Grace.
Will and Grace?
No, remember when, Felix Unger?
Right.
He had Hello Sydney, that
Yes.
show. And it was about a gay guy, and it was off in like 2 weeks because of protests. I never thought that it would be possible.
When
Tony
you made
Randall.
the decision.
Yes, sorry.
Tony Randall.
Felix Unger.
Felix Unger.
Thank you, Artie.
No, I'm saying I thought you were
When you came out of the closet.
Yes.
And you made this decision.
Yeah.
Was it an overnight kind of epiphany, or had this been something you were building up to? Like, I can't take this anymore. I want to come out of the closet. I'm not going to hide anymore.
Well, I never really hid because, like, at every award show, Kelly was sitting next to me. And,
Right.
You know,
it just wasn't brought up.
I know. No one asked. It wasn't like I did an interview and Cindy said, don't bring up the gay stuff. No one asked me. And when people did ask me, I would answer. Like, I was on, I think, Arsenio once, and he was like, are you single? I'm like, yes, I was. At the time, I said, and he goes, and who are you looking to date? I said, I'm pretty much open to anything. You know, and like I would sort of, you know, and
You were giving them an opening.
Right, and the Tom Cruise crush is actually real. You know?
told me that, yes.
Yeah, it's not like I want to, you know.
Do you think you could have sex with him?
Probably.
You really do?
Well, not right now because we're both.
I forgot, you told me you've had sex with a man, right?
Yes, yes.
But disastrous.
No.
Not bad.
I lived with a man for 2 years.
And had orgasms?
Yes.
They didn't think about women while you were having sex with them?
No.
No
So you
kidding.
could actually have a relationship with a man if you were to fall in love with a man.
Yes.
I'm not your type, am I? If you're into Tom Cruise, I'm not your type. I mean, there's no chance, right?
Well, you know what? The thing about you that would be my type is that you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
Because I really need, somebody who's very smart. Because that's the _1 criteria for me.
Yes.
You
Well,
gotta be intelligent.
I'm hung like a woman. I mean, if I don't know if that helps you in
That's
your
what I
fantasy.
heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So, what? What do you
What? What's the matter?
She's done now.
She's done?
How do you know?
She's
Cindy?
Well,
done?
because Cindy said because you're going to do she's doing a satellite tour
Oh,
of some
yeah.
sort.
All
You're
right.
doing a satellite tour.
With
Well,
nobody as interesting as you, I'm sure.
I don't know. The
Got a way to talk
movie-
to Iowa.
Yeah, right.
There was so many more questions I had to
I'll
ask
come back.
you.
I'll come back.
You need to come back.
All right.
And
now that I've seen the studio, I'm like, wow.
you love it.
There's things you could do here.
You have no idea what we're doing.
And
Some
we've
of them
done-
might
we've
Oh
done
my
it, man.
God! What we were doing just before you came.
We did it every day this week.
I don't even know what the panel list thing is for, but it's
That was actually just for Superfan Black Trivia.
Yeah.
Superfan Black Trivia.
Well, it's Black History Month. You know that, certainly.
Oh, yes.
Who is the biggest black superfan? We had to find out.
Of the
And-
Stern Show.
Did you
yeah.
find one?
Oh, yes. Yeah, the guy was terrific. Rosie Show America. I'm going to ask you
Yeah.
to please watch this. It premieres this Saturday night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime. I promise you, this is a good story. It's a movie,
It's a movie.
and it's good.
It's good.
It's not boring.
It's not boring.
It's good. And also, it will disturb you somewhat because our country's got a bunch of kids running around who are maniacs.
Do you think
because nobody's
people
taking care of them?
actually get into action when they see something like this? You think people be inspired to?
I was.
to help. Well, you're not doing anything.
Well, I'm very famous and busy.
But he's talking about it.
I'm talking
You know,
about
what
it.
I really want people to know, to do after they see this is just to be aware. I don't think people know. And until I went and, about when Parker was 5, there was a young girl in Miami was raped and beaten in a one-bedroom apartment with her mother in the apartment. And I was so overwhelmed with this story, I wanted to go meet the kid. And I went and met the kid in a residential treatment facility where there were toddler beds. And I thought, what is this? Is this an orphanage? They're like, oh, no, they're all over the country. That's how I became educated about foster care. I didn't know anything about it. So once I found out about it, I thought we have to change this. And we're getting together a big lobby to try to make it a national platform issue that, people who run for office, candidates have to address it. Because there's just too many kids with nowhere to go.
Robin was a big sister. She did
You are
something.
good for you. That's a
Yeah.
great organization.
Yeah. And after I saw Rosie's movie, I bought a kid for each my staff members.
That's so nice of you.
I actually bought
Did you
a
get
child.
one of the
Each of us
Octomom
have a
babies?
I got a few
now.
of those. It's very exciting.
It's funny when I saw the pictures of them in the paper. I was like, okay, I'll take these 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
you want
they're-
to save them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That was interesting about Rosie, too, which I think says a lot about a person that... Weren't you really adamant about trying to, contact Britney Spears and try
Yeah.
to save her? Something like her.
Yeah, for years I left her. I sent her emails and I would leave her notes. Like my friend at the Four Seasons, the one who told you I was screwing the models, he would say to me, "She's on her way to the gym." So I would be upstairs and I would write her a note on my little stationery, run to the gym and go, give this to her. So,
Did she respond?
No. But
course
I've
not.
known her since she was a baby.
You think she's crazy?
I think that she has some issues of mental health, which many of us do.
I think you've also reached out to try to help Paula Abdul. I think You've said a few
After last night's American Idol, I think somebody better reach out.
What was she all over the
She was
place
just
again?
not making any sense.
Oh, I know.
I mean, she can't even get a word out.
I wonder if she has some serious medical condition,
Yeah.
like, maybe MS or something. I really wonder, because at this point, if it's not drug-induced, there's something physically wrong with her.
Wouldn't it be great on American Idol if they brought out a doctor to see if there's something wrong with her?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
don't we do that?
Forget the contest tonight. We need to address
Yeah.
Paula.
Hey, have you partied with Madonna secretly with A-Rod? Have you gone out with them together? Are you part of that whole? There's a secrecy thing. You go over Jerry Seinfeld's house
Is
and you
there
hide.
a place you have to go to get the bus to go to see them?
Have you, Rosie? Have you seen them in action?
I know Alex. He's a great guy. He lives across the street from me in Miami. I've known him for a long time.
Go ahead.
He's delightful.
What have you seen?
I enjoy him.
What's going on?
He's a handsome man.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Beautiful eyes.
And Madonna, have you seen them have sex together? You said that's a yes.
No, I have not.
Were you the conduit?
I was there in the room.
She got to go. She got to go.
All right. See Rosie in America, premiering this Saturday night at 9 o'clock on Lifetime. She's terrific in it.
People.
And for more information on Rosie's charity, Rosie's Broadway Kids, go to rosiesbroadwaykids.org. Thanks, Rosie. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Then you are.
Well,
What did I do?
I became a vegan.
Complete?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
A lot of enemas.
Yeah.
Enemas.
And
I might get the colon thing. Yeah.
I got colonics.
You did?
Yeah.
Somebody told me they did that in a little Barbie shoe came out.
That is the urban legend. Everybody says
they
that.
let you see what comes out.
There's a tube. You can look if you want it.
Rosie,
Yes.
how'd it go?
It was fine.
Now, did you ever think that you'd be on the Howard Stern show?
I did not, but you know what? The only thing that's constant in the world is change, and the fact that I was on there means there could be peace in Palestine.
So you,
Right?
right. So you had a good time today?
Yes,
You're
I
glad
did.
you came on?
Yes, I am.
All right, thanks, Rosie.
Thank you, Howard TV, on demand,
News department.
and radio news person.
I'm John the Stutterer, and I am here today to discuss the new development in my life, which is I had to recently, last week in fact, move out of my apartment of 12 years into my parents' house. Now, while I obviously love my parents, any sense of independence I did have has now been obliterated. And as you can imagine, this move, this new development has caused even greater depression. It just reiterates the fact that I'm an ugly, stuttering loser. My life is over. That's it.
John the Stutterer is here. I figured out a way for him to make some money. I know he's low on cash. I got a little game we can play. Oh, there he is. He's got rock star hair. Look at him. John the Stutterer.
There he is.
A lot of people are jealous of John because he has his own radio show here. He does a show for us on Howard 101, and he has rock star hair, and people do tend to get jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though, he does have some tragedy in his life.
Big deal, he stutters.
Yeah.
At least you're a good guy.
Yeah.
And respect women.
Well, no, Howard.
I know you don't. I was being sarcastic.
No, Howard. Here's the
John, I have a way. Let me just ask you real quick because it's hard to get through you.
Yeah.
I always thought you lived with your parents. I had no idea you had your own place.
No. For the past 12 years, since June 97, I was living in my own apartment in Philadelphia's most exclusive, or one of Philadelphia's most exclusive neighborhoods, which you are very familiar with, Rittenhouse Square.
Oh, no kidding. So how did you afford that? I know you don't have a lot of money.
Well, while it's a great location and neighborhood, the apartment was a small one-room efficiency, and it started out at $335 a month, and it stayed that for a few years.
Yeah.
And then for 8 years or so, it was at $450.
But then I got a note from my landlord. She's a dentist on the first floor. And she called me down, and she said she's going to have to raise it from $450 to $650, and I couldn't afford that. So, yeah.
Did you beg her to please not raise it so much?
No, but what I was hoping I could get.
Who used to pay for that? Your parents?
No, me.
You had enough money from your, what do you get, like SSI or something?
SSDI.
DI, okay.
Yeah.
So, in other words, the apartment became too expensive, and now you're living with your parents. That's got to be rough.
Yeah, much like the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, my life is a hellhole abyss from which there is no escape.
You mind if we play a game with you? Maybe you can win some money. Maybe help you get back on your feet.
Well, if you would be so gracious.
Yeah, the game is very simple, Robin. I've put a microphone out on the street. Fafafui is down there on the street. Let me see if I can find him. Scott told me where the microphone is, and now I don't even remember.
I've got it.
You have it. Okay.
Go.
Fafa, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Works good, actually.
Except I can't hear myself, but okay.
Well, you're not saying anything all that important.
I know, but I literally can't hear myself in my headphones. It's so weird.
All right, well, go work on that. I'm going to explain the game to John the Stutterer. Very simple game. Sal came up with this. I like the idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a phrase.
Yeah.
Okay? Simple phrase.
Yeah.
I'll give you the phrase right now. First one I'm going to give you is, let me see, I wrote down a few of them. Famous phrases, this kind of. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Remember that from the Tom Hanks film?
Yeah.
That was Forrest Gump. Yeah.
Very good, Robin. Forrest Gump is correct.
Yeah.
Now, I'll give you that phrase. I'll give the person down on the street 15 seconds to guess what you say. You'll probably get really nervous and stutter and not be able to say the whole thing. If you are able to convey that to him and he's able to repeat the phrase in under 15 seconds, you both will share $100 apiece.
Yeah.
And then we'll keep playing with different people. What do you think? Do you think that sounds reasonable?
Okay.
15 seconds? You think that's enough? I guess it is.
15 seconds.
Well, it is a game. There's got to be a challenge.
There's got to be a challenge.
Okay.
All right, now you
I
have
think
the
John's
phrase.
going to be with his parents for a while, but go ahead.
Go and keep the phrase in your head. Okay, John? All right. Gary, are you there?
I am here.
All right, now see if you can find someone on the street who's willing to play.
Okay, you're live on the Howard Stern Show. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Hi, sir. How are you? Can you hear me okay? Can he hear me, Gary?
Apparently.
Can you hear Howard?
No, I don't hear nothing.
Oh, give him your headphones.
I give him mine. I can hear him fine. Here, take these.
All right, take those. Just real quick.
Quick thinking Brandano. I like that.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, Howard.
All right, cool. All right, I'm going to give you, there's a guy here. His name is John the Stutterer. He's going to say something. He has 15 seconds to say something to you, and then you have to repeat the phrase. If you repeat the phrase, you get $100. How's that? It's that simple. But he stutters. Yeah, he's got to try because he stutters.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start the clock in 2, 3, 1, go.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
What is the phrase?
Life is like a bunch of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
All right, that's it. See, he did it too easy.
Did he say bunch of chocolates?
He did say
close
bunch,
enough.
No, I said box.
You said box.
But
He said bud.
bunch.
No, we'll give it
All
to
right,
you.
I'll give you guys each the $100. But that kind of sucked, huh?
Yeah, maybe we got to make it 10 seconds and make it a harder phrase.
All right, I'll try it again with someone else. But thank you, sir.
You win $100.
You win $100.
Okay, all right.
Was
And
that
so
simple?
do you, John.
Thank you.
So what is it? What happened to your stammer and stutter? I don't understand.
Well, you.
Oh, wait, I got another woman.
You know
Howard,
what? Don't give him to hit.
Wait, don't give her the headphones yet. I haven't given him the phrase.
Hold on. Take the headphones off a second.
All right, here we go.
And now he doesn't have time to sit with the phrase. So maybe
All right, you ready? Here's the phrase. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Okay. Yeah. Give the headphones to the woman. All right. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'd like to give you an opportunity to win $100. It's very simple. There's a guy here, John the Stutterer. He has a very horrible affliction. He stutters. He has 15 seconds to try to get a phrase out. If you can repeat the phrase at the end of 15 seconds, you win $100 and he wins $100. How's that?
Sounds great.
All right. Okay. This is from mangroomer.com. I'll give you the details later. All right. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
All right. What is the phrase?
It's not what your country can do for you, it's what you can do for your country.
Close enough. All right, you each get
Very
$100. Thank you, ma'am.
Hey, sounds
Gee whiz.
Wait a minute. How much time are we using? Are we even using 10 seconds?
He got it out in 10 seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
Not even 15. You won $500 from mangroomer.com. I should mention our good sponsor.
Yes.
Not 500. You've won, let's see, John, you've already won 200.
And she won 100.
And she won 100, and the other guy won 100 from mangroomer.com, the makers of the essential do-it-yourself electric back hair shaver. Just launching their new private body shaver for the groin and underarms. Do you shave? You got a big bush, right?
Yeah. Well, Howard, it's funny because you should have heard me ask. You should have heard me asking the guy. You should. Okay.
See what I mean? Now he's stammering.
I needed change for a 5 this morning. For example, I needed 5 ones, and you should have heard how nervous I was asking the guy for 5 ones. I mean, it comes in ebbs and flows. There are times I get extremely nervous with strangers, or for example, when I do the Straight Talk show.
Can I make a suggestion?
When I write down my
can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, but let Artie make a suggestion.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, you're filibustering.
What if we do it, but it's not a famous phrase, so it's a little harder for the people? You know,
Maybe
what I mean?
I'll let you come up with one. Do you have something in mind?
In other words, just something that no one knows, because once he gets out the first part, they could almost finish it because it's so famous.
All right. I'm gonna leave it up to you, Artie, to think of a phrase, and we're gonna try it for $50 this time because I'm running out of money.
All right. It's something I've heard John say before, and he has trouble with.
All right. What is the phrase, Artie? So
I've heard him say this a bunch of times, and he always has trouble with this. I think it's funny.
Go ahead.
To all the whores at the clubs in Philly, die, you miserable sluts.
All right. That's the phrase.
Hi, would you like a chance to win $50, ma'am? Just be on the radio real quick. Take 2 seconds. You don't want to win some money? Here. We're going to have I'll explain it to you.
We got the phrase. I can explain it to her.
Okay, put the headphones on.
All right.
You're live on the radio.
Hi. This is Howard Stern. How are you, ma'am?
Fine.
Okay. There's a guy here. His name is John the Stutterer. He has a speech impediment. The game is this. You win $50. He's going to give you something. He's going to say a phrase. He's going to say a sentence. If you can tell us what the sentence is he's trying to say, we'll give you 15 seconds to let him get out this phrase. You win $50.
You're going
okay.
in and out.
Oh. See that, Gary? The headphones aren't working. She can't hear so good.
Mine aren't working either. And I said this whole thing. I can't hear a thing.
Oh, jeez.
What a shame. Don't be late for work. Can you hear now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. This guy, he stutters. It'll take 2 seconds. We told him to say a sentence. He'll say the sentence. You see if you can repeat it. If you can in 15 seconds, you win. $50. That simple. All right, John. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
To all the whores and sluts in Philly who ridicule and reject me, I hope you all die.
Okay, you got it.
Be able to.
Let's see if she can get it. Do you know what he said?
So all the sluts and hoes in Philly, I hope you'll be able to. He didn't finish.
Yeah, he only got out that much. I'm going to give you $50 anyway because believe me, this game is this game's going nowhere, man. You're not going to see this on any TV show soon. I'll tell you.
Nobody's stealing this one.
No one's stealing this idea. But thank you for playing, and we'll get your name. And you just won $50. Thank you very much. All right. Well, John, you didn't do well. Artie was right. If it's something that you normally have trouble with. Yeah, you get another 50.
Well, thank you, Howard.
Go ahead, Sean.
Good morning, Howard.
Oh, Sean, yeah. Hi, Sean.
I just wanted to say, look who's in the studio, barely stuttering today.
Right.
The commie fucking prick. What's up, buddy?
No!
What's up, you socialist?
You are a fascist. You are one of these guys who say...
Let me hear what he has to say. How do you know he's a fascist?
Look, well, he called me a commie. So what do you base your a commie statement on? A commie. Tell me.
You have a bug up your ass about Fox News, right?
Yeah,
And
because Fox News is not fair and balanced. Because at Fox News you have that alleged phone sex freak and sexual harasser Bill O'Reilly, and that former seminarian Sean Hannity. How many normal guys want to be a priest? Normal men
John,
don't want to be a priest. No, fuck you, Sean. Fuck you. How many men?
Let me hear
men
what I haven't heard
priest?
anything. First of all, I got to teach you something about being a radio host. You got to let the guy make his point.
Okay, fascist guy, talk.
Shut up a little.
Shut up a little. You retard. You sound like a retard.
Sean, go ahead. I'll allow you.
You want to talk fair and balanced news? What about during the
What is this, Morse code?
The reporters.
Yeah, you don't want to talk. You don't want to hear anything I said.
Well, let him ask a question.
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to be on talk radio, you got to let the listeners at least. If you get antagonized before they even get the question out.
Well, I do the same thing that Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh do.
No, you don't. Yeah. Do you allow them to? They allow the question.
Okay, get talk, fascist.
Okay, fuckhead.
Okay.
Listen, during the tea parties, the CNN reporter that was on the scene, and I think it even was Philadelphia, starts a fight with the guy, and then makes it seem like it's the whole crowd that that they're antagonizing her. It's ridiculous.
All right, what do you say to that?
Well, I can cite all kinds of bias at Fox News. For example, when that horse-faced, ugly cunt Edie Hill said that Obama's fist bump was a terrorist sign. I can cite when Brian Wilson, one of the other so-called straight reporters at Fox, was in a Dunkin' Donuts in Pennsylvania, and he told all the patrons to raise their hand. And he said, "Who here is for Obama?" Everybody raised their hand. And then he said, "Who is for McCain?" Not one person raised their hand. And when he went back to the studio, he said, "Well, it looks like we have a tie here." We have a tie here. Fuck no. Watch the great Keith Olbermann. But Keith Olbermann doesn't claim to be fair and balanced. But Fox News claims to be fair and balanced, you dickhead.
Hey, John.
You're a dick. What about when Steve
Well, now
Ducey...
let him make a point.
What about when Steve Ducey, that douchebag, was talking to some... No, fuck you.
Minutes, you ass.
Matt, what?
All right, listen, I don't know what goes on your show when you do it for us. But you got to let the guys...
Well, it's great.
You filibuster. But I got to tell you didn't stutter once when you're talking about Fox News.
Because it drives me crazy.
John, what about what
about all the bias
let him
of
say
Fox
something.
News?
Let's talk Obama. He's the most important man in the world right now. What do you think about him flying all over the world and apologizing?
Well, what are you apologizing? Ronald Reagan supported Augusto Pinochet, who tortured a right-wing dictator who tortured 30,000 of his citizens and killed 2,000. Ronald Reagan liked right-wing dictators, but he hated left-wing dictators. Ronald Reagan supported death squads in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Nicaragua. Ronald Reagan sold arms to Saddam Hussein. It all depends on whose ox is being gored. Ronald Reagan supported right-wing dictators. And all these assholes at Fox News, what would Reagan do? Reagan took the federal workforce from 2.8 million to 3 million. He instituted the biggest tax increase in 1982 when adjusted for inflation. Read the book by William Bunch, The Great Philadelphia Daily News reporter, the myth of Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan increased government.
Now let him answer you. Now you made your point. Let him talk.
Although most of the increases were in defense, the State Department, agriculture, subsidies, and the Justice Department.
How about this, Robin? Speech impediment.
Increased government.
Speech impediment crossfire has been born. Right?
I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is like a symphony.
All right, let him have a word.
Those are facts,
John.
you dickhead.
Sean, do you have anything to respond to?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to talk past, if you want to talk 30 years ago, sure. But
that's what Fox News. They do that with Bill Clinton too, you dickhead. They impeached him for a blowjob, but you don't want to impeach Bush. You don't want it. You dickhead. You don't. Bush, the CIA.
Obama.
Fuck you. The CIA.
No, give the guy a second to make a point. Come on.
Yeah, but the guy's a dick.
But you got to let him make a point.
I sat there and listened to you ramble on.
Yeah, but you're dumb.
I was falling asleep.
Sean, go
You're
ahead.
dumb.
Sean, go ahead.
I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Wait, how many years of school do you have, John?
Well, I'm fucking smarter than you.
You are smarter than me?
Yeah.
Well,
The fucking Republicans wanted to impeach Clinton for a blowjob. The CIA told Bush that there were no weapons of mass destruction. And there's something called the Manning Memo, and it's in Vincent Bugliosi's book, Condoleezza Rice, Bush, and the Manning Memo is named after Tony Blair's chief foreign policy advisor. They all met and they all came to the conclusion that there were no weapons of mass destruction. And Vincent Bugliosi is no liberal. He's the fucking Manson prosecutor, you dickhead. These are facts.
Let him talk
asshole.
now. Go ahead, Sean.
All right. Well, my point is not so specific. He makes me crazy when he starts talking liberal.
Well, you make me crazy when you start talking this conservative bullshit.
These two are making each other crazy.
Yeah, all right. Listen, I had enough of this.
All right, I just want to. All right, can I make one last
Yes,
comment?
you can, because you barely got a word in. And John, you answered admirably, but you got to give him a second. Go ahead,
because
John.
I'm smart.
All right.
I got brains.
John, listen. You know what?
I'm smarter than you, dickhead.
You're elite. You're what?
I'm smarter than you,
not
dickhead.
Smarter than me. Let's do it.
I'm smarter than you, dickhead.
Let him prove that he's smarter. Sean, how are you smarter than John?
Well, I'm a college graduate. For one thing,
what?
I own my own business.
I don't care.
Now, what kind of business are you in?
Home.
What kind of business are you in?
Auto paint.
A jerk-off business.
So, in other words, he lives at home and you don't. So
what? That's no barometer of one's analytical ability or ability to garner facts or knowledge.
All right.
I mean, Fred's one of the most. Fred, it's genuinely one of the most brilliant guys, and he's on the Howard Stern show.
That's right.
I think we just been insulted.
All right, Sean, you wanted to make one last
I think he's saying I'm an overachiever and Fred's an underachiever.
All right, I'm glad you're all right, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
No, I just want to finish I would love to break down the stimulus package that this genius's president was all for. It had to rush it through Congress when nobody even knew what they were voting for.
Well, would you rather spend $3 trillion on Afghanistan, wasteful defense spending, and the Iraq War, you dick? Afghanistan's a hellhole abyss from which there is no escape. And Obama's making a mistake because he's afraid to get out, because he's afraid of being called unpatriotic.
He's a spineless liberal fucking...
No, he's afraid to get out of Afghanistan because he's acting conservative, you dick. He's acting like Bush. He's acting like a neocon, you asshole.
Watch the N-word. All right, listen.
Yeah, you racist, because conservatives are racist like you dick.
I never said anything.
No, you said neocon. That's.
He was making
I'm pretty sure that's racist. Yes.
I never said nigger.
All right, Sean, you've made your point. John, you've done well. I see this is a little taste of what goes on your show, and it's a good thing that we got to hear that.
Don't form a Mies Commission against porn like Ronald Reagan did. Ronald Reagan used to call Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson at night and ask them about Bible passages. And it is in Michael Deaver's book. If that's what you want, what would Reagan do? Then go ahead. Form your Mies Commission against porn, you
John,
dickhead.
when is your show on?
Listen, you guys love Reagan. If you want the religious right, you can have it, dick face. If you want the religious right, you can have it, dick face. If you want Mies Commissions and just say no to drugs and chastity programs, you can have it, dick face.
Acorn projects that rig vote.
If you want Mies Commissions, what normal guy wants to make porn illegal? I mean, I may be a pervert. I may love Larry Flint and Hustler, but what normal guy like Sean Hannity interviews Dennis Hoff and Moonlight Bunny Ranch girls and says, I want to sanitize you girls. You girls need to get away from Dennis Hoff. Sean Hannity is a fucking weirdo, you asshole.
Yeah.
He went to seminary school. Weirdo. What normal guy wants to be a priest? I mean, I can't get women, but I would never want to be a priest, you asshole. Why does Sean Hannity want to be a priest? He went to seminary school. And Michael Steele, the head of the RNC, went to seminary school for 3 years.
Why don't you let the guy answer you?
Okay,
you made some good points, but let the fucking guy, Sean.
How can he answer that?
Weirdos. Buddy, you look like a fucking Motorhead tribute band.
First of all, Motorhead sucks. First of all, Motorhead sucks.
John, let him make his. Let him get on his point.
I like quality classic rock. Yes, The Who.
All right,
Cream,
Sean,
Jimi Hendrix, Traffic, Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Your weakness is that you don't let anybody answer. It's interesting to hear his answer.
Yeah, okay.
I'm your Motorhead tribute.
Sean, go ahead.
He never shuts up.
No. You made good points.
Yeah.
The Mies Commission, you made good points.
And seminary school, Sean Hannity.
Okay, don't repeat yourself.
Sean Hannity.
All right, this doesn't really have me. I'm not even talking religion right now. I'm just talking politics.
But that is politics because the Republican Party has made abortion and pornography and gay rights politics.
They've been hijacked by the religious
by Reagan.
Not wanting to pay welfare has nothing to do with God. I mean, you know, you guys try to clump everything together to make it evil to scare normal people, and it's ridiculous.
Wow,
but you dumb fuck. But that is what the Republican Party has done.
You son of a bitch!
Go die, prick!
It's great to hear John makes fun of a guy's.
I hope you die.
All right, Sean, thank you. John the Stutterer, thank you. Jeff wants to get a word in quickly. Jeff, go ahead.
Hey now. Howard, that's the best radio I've heard in a while. I can listen to those two jack-offs go back and forth all day long.
I hope that you die, jack-off, you prick.
All right, Ralph, go ahead. You're on the air.
That's a fan.
Yeah.
I got to agree with that last caller. That is brilliant. But next time John does a show, that guy should co-host with him.
Yeah, you guys are very good together.
You need a moderator, of course, because John's got to let him talk a little bit more. But that's just brilliant.
Would you ever consider doing a show with Sean where the two of you got on?
No, I work alone.
You work alone.
Like a Hannity and Combs, though.
I work alone.
Be great.
But John, you recognize that together you're very strong, and that this could really actually. I've never heard you sound better.
Yeah.
And
no, I don't want him. No one's going to take my spotlight.
John, listen to Howard.
What if I told you?
Abbott needed Costello.
Exactly. What if I told you, as a solo artist, George Harrison might not have done so well starting out as a young man. When he joined the Beatles, what if Sean is your Beatles? In other words, what if the two of you together make such magic that the show's a huge hit that we have to have it on?
What's Emerson without Lake and Palmer?
Right.
He's your Garfunkel.
Why do you refuse?
Yeah, of course,
what if I tell you I'm a bit of a radio genius?
Yeah.
If I tell you that's good radio, provided,
why would you listen to him?
Why don't you listen to me ever? Why are you so stubborn?
Daltrey and Townsend. It's in all the classic rock you love. It's the guys need each other.
Yeah, but I'm the type of guy who works alone.
Why not try?
I'm a loner and a loser.
Why not
and there's
try
there's a certain romanticism attached to being a loner.
No. Why
and
not
you don't
try
want
it?
a winner like Sean. I get it.
Why not try it?
Because I don't want to.
You won't try something if I tell you it's good?
No.
He doesn't want a winner like me.
No, you can give him his own show.
No, come on.
You two are good together.
Listen, you talk about Sean Hannity, who I know you don't agree with politically, but when he was with Combs on his own wasn't very good. Hannity, they put them together. They had a nice show.
It's magic.
Cramden and Norton. Come on, man.
No.
Absolutely.
What if Jerry Lewis left Dean Martin?
It's too stressful for me. I got to watch my blood pressure anyway.
Well, listen, you're going to get
all
worked
fucked up, man.
You get worked up anyway. So
I know.
You might as well get worked up with him.
But it's not good for my health.
Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, strong together. They go off on their own. Jerry was strong for a while. Dean was strong for a while. But together, they were magical.
Sal and Richard. All right, bad example.
Right. It doesn't mean you can't do it alone, too. But I'm saying it's a special once in a while. You and Sean do a debate.
All right. One segment.
Yeah.
A segment on your show. So it's still your show.
Point, counter, pointless.
What do you think? Would you try it?
I don't know, man. I will have to mull that thought over.
Mull the thought over. Okay.
Why wouldn't you listen to Howard?
Because I don't know anything. He knows everything.
No, Howard, you know a lot, but
right. Who's your agent? I'll talk to him.
My agent? No one.
Are you kidding me?
I'm at CAA. I'm at William Morris. I own a auto paint.
All right. Thank you, Ralph. Irish John, you're on the air. And then I got to take a break, and then we got to get to our news block. Irish John, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. Hey, John. What did you think of Obama's smart move of flying Air Force One in a fighter jet, flying low over Manhattan over the World Trade Center site? That was pretty fucking stupid.
Well, one thing I'll say
it was. Now, that was a mistake.
Now, one of the things I'll say about John the Stutterer as a political guy, he's willing to admit when Obama is wrong. He just said Obama is Afghanistan and Iraq. He disagrees.
He's acting like a neocon.
He's pissing all over Reagan. Reagan saved this country.
No, he didn't.
Happen to be in during the internet boom, so he got the economics. Clinton was the one. He was calling Jesse Jackson to pray for him when he cheated on his wife. I mean, come on, the guy was the biggest fucking hypocrite. Reagan was a straight up. He saved this country.
No, Ronald Reagan was butt buddies with Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson. He formed a Mies Commission against porn. He increased the federal workforce, as I just said, from 2.8 million to 3.
Yes, he did.
That ugly, big-nosed, greasy-haired prick, Ronald Reagan, increased the fucking... No, Ronald Reagan was a fucking religious nut. Ronald Reagan was a fucking prick.
All right.
Ronald Reagan increased the federal, the government, you prick. Fuck you.
Why'd you have to make fun of his big nose?
What?
Why'd you call him a big nose?
Well, Howard,
a big nose is very attractive on certain people.
No, Ronald Reagan was an ugly, big nose, crater face.
You're saying big nose like it's a bad thing.
So, yeah.
Big nose is bad?
Yeah.
Man. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you? John the Stutterer.
Ronald Reagan was this morning.
John, you're shot out of the...
You're shot out of the cannon. The Beatles subversive. He got up in the late 60s and railed against hippies and their free sex and their drugs. He was a religious right weirdo prude.
He's filled with facts, John.
He is.
And he was a
That's what he's talking about.
He does. But
if I got you on Hannity's show, would you go on Sean Hannity? Would you debate him?
Yeah, of
you
course.
will debate him, yes.
Oh, yeah. I'd go after him, man.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I wouldn't hit him, but
yeah, I don't think he's looking for you. But if
I think he'd hit you.
I walked out into the studio.
If Sean Hannity hit me, I would hit him back.
Right.
In the,
well, of course.
I'd kill him.
Right.
Well,
I go nuts on him.
Don't kill him.
That's different.
I go nuts on him.
I couldn't believe how loud it is in the room. You're talking so loud. We're on the radio. You don't have to talk that loud.
No, you know what? It helps him not stutter when he yells.
Wow.
Yeah, John, none of us ever talk loud.
Yeah. John the Stutterer, thank you for coming by. Thank you to Man Groomer for playing the game. The game didn't work out so well.
But John won $250.
He did, and that's what counts.
And Sean called in and made
Sean was a home
You see,
run.
John, that's what Howard's talking about. See, the segment was going a little boring. Yeah. And then Sean called in, and you guys were great together.
And
maybe you'll do a segment with Sean.
And maybe I can use that money for some licking of some beautiful prostitutes continent.
Why don't you save the money? Stop giving to prostitutes.
Get some heroin.
You been to prostitutes?
Oh yeah, of course, yes. Since I started doing a radio show, I go to these escorts, and I stick my finger inside their beautiful cunts and assholes, and I lick
Nothing
them,
wrong with it.
And it makes that great squishy sound when you stick your finger in.
Boy, all right. You know what? Can I give you a bit of advice? You know what? Because I give you a radio show.
Yeah.
You're a bright guy. When you talk politics, you're good.
Yeah.
When you get into this stuff with the girls, it makes you seem really deranged. It's really gross.
No, but it's funny.
No, but
it takes
it's not.
away from every
funny.
valid
You know what, John?
argument you make.
You're not a funny guy. You're a serious commentator.
I'm funny.
No. When you talk about asshole and pussy, it's just like really, like it's almost nauseating.
John,
It's a
everyone thinks they're funny.
It's not funny, right, Gary?
No, and Jim McClure was telling me, how much of your money that you make on the radio show do you spend on the hookers? All of it?
Well, I've spent a lot on that. Yeah.
Like, would you say at least $200 a month? Like the $200 that your rent went up?
Do you pay these girls $200?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say
So why didn't
that
you could have paid your rent? Gary makes a good point.
Yeah, but Howard, he's getting laid. You got to have a little fun in life.
Yeah, but he could have had his own
You got to live in a
apartment.
house first.
He's
I
at
know.
home with his parents.
Yeah.
John, keep getting the whores, man.
No. But wait a second. You're depressed. I understand you're depressed that you're home with your parents, but you didn't have to be that way, and you would have given up pussy for a little while, then figured it out down the line.
Am I the only guy in the room who thinks he should get a whore?
Yeah, but that's the only
No, I'm not
way
saying.
that I can get women.
What do you pay these whores, and what do they do to you specifically? Like, how much is it for a blowjob?
Okay, now if I wanted to get full penetrative coitus, it would have been $300. But I only go for performing cunnilingus and analingus on them, so that's $200.
Dude,
Wait a second. You're telling me you get up, you hire a whore.
Yeah.
You don't fuck her. You don't get a blowjob.
Well, yeah, I
You
get
lick her?
a bareback blowjob because I get girls. I tend to get.
You don't have herpes from bareback blowjobs?
Howard, you just
I
said
tend to get
three.
the girlfriend experience.
You get
Bareback blowjobs and licking them.
You just gave 3 instances
kissing them, too.
John, of incredibly unsafe sex. Cunnilingus with a prostitute, analingus with a prostitute, and getting blown without a condom.
You can't
Wait a
get
minute,
herpes from that, John. Don't listen to this
as
shit.
the great Artie Lang once mused when mimicking the equally great Gina Lynn, you can't get diseases from fun.
Yeah, no, you're right. No,
John,
and you can't get AIDS from heterosexual sex.
You get
It's
bareback
all bullshit.
blowjobs. You get bareback blowjobs.
Yeah, from the girlfriend
You
experience.
get
GFE.
You eat them out.
Yeah.
That turns you on.
Because it's taboo and it tastes good. It's beautiful.
And then you know how many
it's a
guys shoot their
combination of
load
fish
in there?
and shit. You know, the vagina tastes like fish and the ass tastes like shit.
But you realize that, like Howard makes a good point,
it's
John.
so
You're talking about a guy shooting his load. Like I would be grossed out if I dated another girl that was a week before. You're talking about you could be 5 or 6 guys could have finished, and then you're there that day.
John, listen to me.
These girls are Jewish cougars.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Yeah.
They're Jugers?
Yeah.
They're Jugers.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't.
pay a hooker to eat their ass.
And their vaginas.
Wow.
I prefer the vagina.
And they charge you
John.
$200 for that.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you don't want to have coitus with these women?
Well, yeah, because under those circumstances, I would have to use a condom, and I can't. And due to the side effects of my medication, I can't stay erect when I have a condom on.
Right.
But
who can?
But But when they
do
give
any
me
of these girls like sometimes they have duty in there and stuff because they probably don't even know.
They're clean as hell, man. They're clean as hell. Yeah.
Right. That's another 20.
I mean, their buttholes are
How far up do you stick
as
your
clean
tongue?
as this floor.
What's the thing with sticking your tongue up a girl's butt? Like, I mean, it's a hooker. I mean,
Well, it's hot.
it is.
Yeah.
And how far up did you put your tongue?
Well, I'd say about maybe 3 centimeters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a shot of the expression on their face when you're doing that?
Yeah.
Listen, would you ever lick this floor?
Well, no.
I bet you this floor is cleaner than some of those whores you lick.
Nah, I doubt it.
Okay, brother.
John,
you think a whore's asshole is cleaner than my floor?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
John, what Howard's saying is like the Mies Commission. It's all bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You can eat out their ass. You can't get sick from that.
Artie, you're giving them bad advice.
And
I'm kidding, John.
You get to French kiss them?
Yeah, some of them.
After you eat their asshole?
My experience.
Because that's what's called in prostitute lingo GFE, girlfriend experience.
How long does it take you to like in other words, you hire the hooker. They want to get out of the room as soon as you're done.
Yeah.
So how long do you sit and lick them for? I assume that's what you do first. You say, I just want to lick you.
Yeah, how do they know when you're done?
Well, surprisingly, I spend most of the session on that and like kissing them.
How long is the session? An hour?
Yeah.
So for a whole hour you're licking asshole.
Usually sometimes longer.
This is making me sad, this segment. I miss calling whores on my BlackBerry.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break. I want to thank John the Stutterer for being here. I would suggest you're practicing some very unsafe sex with high-risk people.
Do you tell your therapists about these experiences, and do they talk to you?
Oh, yeah.
What do they say, these ladies?
Well,
do they tell you it's unsafe?
Well, yeah.
That
And
it's high risk?
Yeah. They seem to think that I can get women without.
Oh, yeah? Then ask and say, can I fuck you? And see what they say.
Right. You could. You have a bad self-image. You're not a bad-looking guy. I've seen a lot worse than you.
You either got to get an enormous fat
Robin,
chick.
are you free?
No, I'm not free.
Don't you want your asshole and pussy licked? As John would say.
You see,
I don't think so.
it's a guy's world because even John, as you can tell, has standards with what a chick looks like.
Yeah.
You know.
No. All right, Johnny.
But,
John the Stutterer, I like you. You're a good man. I hope you,
so are you, Howard.
Straighten out your life a little bit. You know, get out of your parents' house. Maybe if you didn't spend so much on hookers, you get out of there.
Is there no apartment you can afford?
Oh, well, my social worker is working on finding me a place. I jokingly said to her that I could be her nude houseboy.
Well, can I tell you something? Nude houseboy.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, he could get a roommate and probably have
Oh, my God.
But
He
I'm
can't
saying.
have
Well, yeah, a woman. I'd like to have a woman.
You could have a male roommate and have your own place. You wouldn't have to live with your parents.
Yeah, 2 bedrooms.
And John, be careful with these whores because if you get sick and die, your existence will end. You don't want
that would be great. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, John.
Okay.
And you're very lively today.
Yeah.
And good luck. Keep reading about the conservatives and the liberals. You're very, very well versed in that.
Well-versed.
Very impressive wealth of knowledge.
Well, thank you.
And you can hear John the Stutterer regularly on Howard 101. And we'll be back right after these words.
John, dude, what happened with that game on the street? You weren't stuttering.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just... man, I'm stuttering now. It comes in ebbs and flows, It's, as I said this morning, for example, I had to ask for directions. I needed, I need change for $5, and I got stuck for like 45 seconds, and I just never know.
John, what's with these whores? Everyone seems to be a little worried about you.
Oh, well, there's no reason we're concerned because, as I said, repeating a quote from Artie, you can't get diseases from fun, right? Unless, look at Rock Hudson and they're bad examples. But I mean, you can't. As I said in there, these women are highly respectable women. They're cougars.
the GFE experience, the girlfriend experience. I mean, these women, in fact, and this is a true story. This one woman, this older, beautiful Jewish woman I go to, she used to be a corporate banker, and she decided to try the world of prostitution, and now she's in business.
What's that tongue move you always do to get the ladies?
Oh, okay.
That gets them every time, right?
Well, yeah. I just wish that would get women that don't require a financial a financial transaction.
All right, John. Well, be safe, man. We're concerned about you.
Oh yeah, I'll be safe for it. Yeah.
All right, man. We'll see you next time. Keep that rock star hair going.
You know though. They say if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So I'm going to keep on using it.
Who would that be?
Tom Arnold. I'm gonna bring him in.
Sounds like a good idea.
Clear the halls.
Tom, good morning.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Jesus, these are frightening.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
So how you doing, man?
Oh, good. How you doing?
Good, thanks. So what's new?
Is Artie here today?
Artie is here.
Oh.
Why, you were expecting him to be out?
I don't know. I never read TMZ. I don't know.
Was he here last time?
Yes, he was here last time, but didn't he? No, that was Michael Jackson. No, he's here.
No, Artie's doing well.
He is? Oh, good. Yeah, it seemed like it.
Yeah, he's lost some weight. He's on every wagon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going. That's what I heard.
So what are you going to be talking about today?
I'm at Caroline's Comedy Club, and I'm sure we won't talk about that. I don't know. Whatever. Future brother-in-law's here, so I'm sure I will send their family. No, I mean, whatever. It's just nice to...
Just came by to hang out,
and
see the
get some
guys.
Klondike bars and the sugar-free Red Bull at freaking...
It's a little
7.
early, right?
I can't even read that watch. It's in Russian. We talk about whatever. It'll be fun.
Tom Arnold, old-time friend of the show. Remember years ago he was married to Roseanne and everyone.
Well, I love the history of us and Tom Arnold, because at one time when Tom and Roseanne were married, he banned everybody from the show from doing this show.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
But I never understood why.
Tom doesn't seem stable.
Hey, Tom.
Artie, you're here.
All right, right away with the shot.
No, I'm worried. No, I can't. You can't believe what you read. Apparently.
Oh, you can believe it.
You should know that.
Yeah, I know exactly.
All right, you've been the victim of some bad press.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, man. How you doing, buddy?
You look good.
Thank you. You look good too. Wow, you look really good.
Oh, you actually looked at me.
I had a couple Klondike bars. I had the Reese's, which Gary recommended, but I like the crunchy.
I'll tell you a funny story. Tom Arnold was up here the other day, not at our studios, but you were doing something else on Saturday.
Yeah, Judith Regan and some other things, yeah.
And he was doing the Judith Regan show.
Yeah.
And somebody turned them on to. We have a refrigerator stocked with Klondike bars.
Oh my God, it's so awesome.
It's the best. It really is.
It really was. I got arrested in New Jersey for DWI. Right after that. I mean, seriously, I think I was legally. I had so much sugar that alcohol turns to sugar.
That's what happened to me.
That's right. That's right.
So Tom was here and he tried the Klondike bars and he went in. He's an addict. He'll
he can be easily addicted.
You can't just eat one.
No.
And so he came in here bright and early, 7 o'clock this morning. He goes, excuse me, where is that refrigerator filled with the Klondike bars?
He needs a Klondike fix at 7.
Which Klondike bars did you have?
Well, I heard that Gary liked the Reese's, so I thought I should, out of respect, try that.
Right.
But I like the crunchy.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
The crunchy.
And so I was, before 7, I had a couple of them.
How many did you eat just now?
Just 2.
Yeah, because you've lost a lot of weight.
You don't want to put it all back on right away.
No, I won't. I'll go back and work out.
You don't get nervous eating 2 Klondike bars?
No, not at all. In fact, I think it's good for me.
Yeah.
I think it's
that
good for
was
me.
breakfast.
It really was.
Yeah. It's so great around here because we don't really have a good green room. We don't have things to serve people. People want
There's
drinks.
No food
There's
or
no
drinks.
food, no drinks. So thank God for Klondike.
I mean, it's amazing. It's like a dream. I saw that big cooler. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I love this shit. This is like, and I didn't know they had so many varieties.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's like, I'm so excited to get back home and
get
stock
everything,
up.
yeah.
It's amazing.
And there's no stick.
Right, there's no stick.
The stick is stupid.
Is he here? Did Klondike send him here?
No,
I'm telling you, it's awesome because they only have the straight ones out in L.A., which are the regular ones, which I like because they're square, they just have chocolate. But then I saw, oh my God, it's all these varieties, and you have to try everyone eventually.
You know what I meant to ask you about? In 2008, you were in a film where you played a child molester.
Yes,
and in a way, I mean, this is weird. And I know you were molested as a child, and it was an amazing story. You went and confronted your molester. But you said you owe everything to your molester because he is the one who trained you how to play a child molester.
No, I don't owe everything to him. But I played him.
Right.
Because he was so nice and not like a typical child molester, I mean,
the typical child molester is usually nice.
Well, some are nice. And this kid, Kevin Zegers, this young actor, he played sort of the other guy that was the sort of the rooter, let's get it done. And it was funny because I kept saying we were partners, and I mean partners, and I was like, well, so I was trying to find something good about the character. Okay, like he's partners, he's got a kind of a boyfriend deal, and he goes, and the director's like, yeah, you've been partners since he was 8. I was like, oh, come on. But anyway, so I played this guy, and I'd hate to say I owe him everything.
You owe him everything. Wait, if you had won the Academy Award for that role,
would
you have thanked
Would you have thanked your child molester?
No, we won awards in Deauville, France, and Berlin, and I did not thank that fucking asshole.
I want to thank the man that made this all possible.
Yeah. Yes. So you are not going to thank him at the Academy Awards?
No.
Where are you living now?
I live, I just moved. It was funny because a couple Thursdays ago, I'm sitting in my office looking in. I looked directly into Farrah's in the Wilshire corridor, in one of those high rises I've been staying, and I could see the Farrah's place. And all of a sudden, I feel bad. All of a sudden, all the paparazzi's out there because she just passed away, and then they just take off. Like 100 guys just headed behind my house door towards Sunset, and I jokingly said to Joel, my assistant, what happened? Did fucking Michael Jackson die or something?
Oh,
and
my
then,
God.
And then he
So
did.
Farrah Fawcett was the big news. You know who I felt bad for in all of that? Ryan O'Neal. He was finally getting a moment. They were the paparazzi were looking for him every minute. He was making all kinds of statements. Next thing you know, no one's around.
They headed off to Michael Jackson.
Right off to Michael Jackson.
Here's who I felt bad. Ed McMahon, who's a good friend, and I was kind of in my office mourning him, and I was preparing for his funeral. I got to speak, and
you spoke at Ed McMahon's funeral.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Well, first of all, if you speak at a funeral, I write a bunch of stuff, and he fought in 2 wars. I mean, here's a guy that really, your legacy is decided by apparently the internet. And when he's 86 and can't pay his mortgage, but he fought in World War II. He volunteered for the Korean War, fought 85 combat missions on the plane with no weapons.
He was a war hero. I've interviewed him.
He was a Marine his whole life. He did the Jerry Lewis telethon, all these great things, whatever. And so I'm going like 9th at his funeral, and his daughters are up there. It's supposed to be funny, but they were all emotional and everything. So I'm crossing off all the emotional stuff. That's just down to the jokes.
Right.
So I didn't know how this would go, but I got up and said, which I knew about Ed. I said, I'll tell you what, Ed's back on his feet already. He's back to work. He's up in heaven. Hey, Johnny, I got great news. I brought Farrah and Michael Jackson. We're going to have a hell of a show tonight. And then I waited a second. And then I waited. And then they laughed. And it was... but he...
Gee, remind me to have you at my funeral.
They just died like 2 days before.
It's hard to be funny at a funeral.
I'll give you an example of hard to be funny.
But what do you mean you were friends with Ed McMahon?
Very good friends.
Like,
we had the same birthday.
House?
Oh, yeah, and I had him on a TV show of mine, and we did a lot of charity stuff together, and we lived by each other.
And he had the young wife, right?
Yes.
Was she attractive?
Yes.
And
did you guys do dinner and stuff like that?
Yeah. We did a lot of stuff together. We, traveled, and we did a lot of stuff.
You traveled with Ed?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was I could never get him to badmouth anybody. It was really, even Hitler, you know. He's so forgiving. You know, but he was just a real, you know, great gentleman.
Where were you traveling to?
Yeah, where
we
would you
went
go
around
with Ed?
and did stuff, you know.
Where?
Here and there. Oh, went to Europe.
Yeah.
You know.
You went to Europe with Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
And like on a vacation and spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Like you said, hey, Ed, we're becoming really good friends. Should we go to Europe together?
Well, no. I mean, that's just went with the group.
Who's in the group? You, Ed.
Nancy Davis, you know, I don't know.
It's funny.
The Tishes, I don't know. It was a bunch of group. I don't know.
I mean, you're a young guy, you know. I can't picture you relating to Ed.
I know, but we had the same, you know, he's older, but the same, but it's good also
You keep saying you had the same birthday. I mean,
March 6th.
Is that a criteria for friendship?
Well, apparently.
Did you go away with everybody?
And he was on my show, the Tom show. He was on.
Right.
And it was so sad. About a year ago, he called me and said, "Can you make me a reel?"
How did this guy? What were you about to say something?
Yeah, he called me a year ago. Said, "Can you make me a reel?" I go, "What do you mean a reel? You know, with the best of the Tom show from." I go, "You need a fucking reel? Are you kidding me? You're Ed McMahon. What kind of business is this?
I need
this is
a reel,
such bullshit,
not you.
Right?
You know, but he wanted to pay his bill. I mean, he had this thing, and he.
You mean people were asking Ed for a reel so he could audition?
His agent.
You are shitting me.
No,
that's insulting.
That is it's bullshit.
We all know Ed. I mean, we know what he does.
I mean, even on my show back in '97, they're like, "Well, you know, he has to audition." I go, he's fucking Ed McMahon. He's not going to audition. He played Ed McMahon, and this 24-year-old kid at Warner Brothers is like, "Well, he's got to audition." I go, "Well, I get a pick, so I'm going to pick him. So fucking whoever you have in here is not going to get it." So anyway, but he was he went ahead and did it. He didn't have any ego.
Right.
And
Ed had a reel, and so you become pals with Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
You know, and I've joked around. I said, you know, Ed's responsible for idiots like Ryan Seacrest and all these other guys who are just announcers and all this. But it is amazing to me, and maybe you can shed some light on this. The guy supposedly earned enough money where he had accumulated $80 million. He was a very wealthy guy.
And you're traveling around probably first class and all that.
What was Ed picking up the tab on everything?
No, I mean, he picked up the tab on a lot of people. I mean, he helped a lot of people.
But he went through a lot of money. What the fuck
he did.
happened?
He did. Well,
where were those people?
He lived too long. One, he told me.
Did you tell him, Ed, you should die?
He always said to me, Tom, you know, you got to slow down. It's not the marriages; it's the divorces.
Yes.
Believe me, they're very expensive.
He probably got.
He learned that.
Clobbered in the divorces, right?
Yes, he did. He was ultra generous.
And now I hear you're thinking about getting married.
I am.
Which one would this be? What number?
That would be only 4.
Only
Get
4.
out of here.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Don't you think if you've been married 3 times already?
Yeah.
That it's fair to say that you're a disaster at marriage. And I don't say that. Listen, not everyone's good at it.
No.
You're a disaster at marriage, and don't get married. You're in a relationship.
Are you doing it
what
again?
are you doing?
Well, okay, let me say this. I'm either a disaster or I'm real good at it.
You're not
it
good
depends
at
on
it.
how you look at it.
No, it's the former.
Roseanne went hard. You know, Roseanne just the other day was saying bad shit about you.
I know. She's got to quit that because she keeps mentioning Arnold, and he's going to fucking sue her.
Right.
And he's like, "I'll go get you that $50 million that she never gave you."
Does she mention Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, she calls him a certain name that he will sue her.
What does she call him?
The N-word.
She called Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No,
the
Nazi.
N-A word.
Oh, Nazi.
And he will sue her
I was
ass.
gonna say,
I don't. Now he knows it because I just said it. I was hiding it from him.
There's N-words and then there's N-words.
Yeah.
You were hiding it from him?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, first of all, we aren't allowed to talk on the phone. He didn't realize at first when he became governor that his phone calls are recorded. They're like state property, or his texts and emails. And so, like, we would continue on as we always have.
Right.
And then the LA Times played him. And it makes it sound bad when we're talking. I mean, it's just two guys.
You're just joking around.
Yeah, he's like, you know, she's so fucking hot. You know, she's got the Latino blood, half black. You know, she's like fucking. And you know, Maria hears that and thinks, that sounds terrible.
Right. But it's
so
guys.
and we were sending texts. I remember she sat us down and said, "How old are you guys?" I go, "Whoa. Are you telling me you don't send Oprah texts about men's body parts?" And she's like, No, I don't. I go, okay, we won't do
So
that.
you're so close with Arnold after True Lies that, like, you guys still, even though he's governor, you're close enough where you guys text each other.
Yeah,
and all
right.
that.
We talk a lot now, but our assistants...
And the texts got out into the press?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah, because they're state property. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's horrible.
So who turned those in?
I know, some asshole. But I tell you, what happens now is my assistant, Joel, who's in there, and Arnold's assistant, this really nice guy, Clay, they have to talk on the phone, and then we yell in the background. Now, I know that it's recorded. They can hear us yelling. You know, when Prop 8 was coming out, which was a constitutional ban on gay marriage, he was against that. Right. And I'd had a meeting at my house with the biggest lesbians in the state of California, which I thought was going to be a lot better than it was, because it turns out they're like real lesbians.
Not that hot.
Yeah. And so I called him and I said, hey, you know, it's a really close thing. I need you to make a commercial for us. And then he's like, well, fuck, you know what? If it fucking passes, I'll fucking veto it. He was yelling. And then my assistant hangs up the phone, and my assistant looks at me and goes, you can't veto a constitutional amendment. And then the phone rang, and it was Arnold's assistant. Yeah, I just told Arnold, you can't veto a constitutional amendment. So anyway, you know, we learn things, but you can hear us. But you know, I feel
you guys
sorry
are
for
really
him.
still close.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to make a sequel to True Lies?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be a direct sequel, but Jim Cameron is going to, in 14 months and how many days, as soon as he's done,
he's going to go back into the movie business.
Yes.
And there's a sequel is there a script written already?
There's ideas. We're working on them.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
And Arnold will be acting again.
Yes. But you know what? And it looks bad now in California, but I want to say, like a movie, there's 3 acts. And at the end of the second act, something bad happens, like, let's say the state goes bankrupt and everybody hates you. Okay, then you make your comeback.
Right.
I hope. But back to the funeral thing.
Is he sick of being governor?
He wouldn't admit it. He loves it. I mean, you know. He says, but I feel sorry for. I can tell it's taking
wearing
its toll.
on him.
Oh my God,
yeah, it's a hard job.
I mean, if you go from everybody liking you to everybody, I've never had that, so I wouldn't know what that's like. But Ed McMahon had that. I will say that about Ed McMahon, like John Wayne, all those guys. Everybody loved Ed McMahon. Johnny Carson was more reclusive, you know.
Right.
But Ed was accessible, so everybody, 100% of people loved. Yeah, I mean, which was great. But about the funeral thing, because I was watching the Michael Jackson funeral.
Right.
And
yeah, they weren't any cameras at Ed's funeral.
I know. Well,
Ed got the shaft.
There was, but they just didn't get the. It was a bad week. You know, it was a three. And what I love on the internet is they had these fake deaths, and then a lot of people wrote, why couldn't it be Tom Arnold? You know, like, seriously. I said, I was with him. I said, I tried for 30 years, but
it's what you're saying is when you're at this funeral, you feel bad for Ed because he was a big star.
Yeah.
And now at the end, he even got sort of overlooked, right?
Well, he sort of, but, you know, it was nice. It was nice. It was
why
great.
don't you take his advice? He's saying, you know, Tom, he said to you, here's a guy who lost $80 million. Don't get married so much.
Are
don't
you
get
saying
divorced.
this is the last marriage for you?
This is it. Ashley is it.
Bullshit.
She's different than the others. I'm different. I took a year off.
You said that about Shelby.
Yeah, Shelby was different. Yeah, they're all different. You know,
they
I've
all
improved.
turned into the same one though after.
Were you the biggest name at the Ed McMahon?
I was the youngest person, I think, but
yes, but you know, as a celebrity, you'd look around the room and you go, "Am I the biggest celebrity?"
Yeah, I probably was.
Was there anybody there who sort of?
But Jimmy Kimmel did come to a thing they had it for us. So I will give it some other folks and people. You know, Letterman made a video, and a lot of people. Conan did something. A lot of people did really nice things for him.
Right.
And, you know, when it happened. But
who were you sitting next to at the funeral?
Sitting next to Nancy Davis, my friend, and friends of, you know, and we'd go to the hospital.
Were you in the same row with the actual
I was sitting behind Wink Martindale. I will say that.
Is that right?
I got
all
a picture
the
with him.
announcers were there?
Oh, yeah.
You were in the VIP section, though.
Yeah, it was nice.
Wow.
It was nice.
Right behind Wink Martindale.
I know. He looks younger than me.
What is he up to these days?
I don't know, but his wife wears glasses that say Wink on them. Can you imagine getting Beth to wear glasses and say your name on them?
I got to get her to do that.
Yeah, you can't get a woman to do that. It's like crazy. So
that's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
The wife wears Wink glasses?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was cool. And she sent me a picture of me and Wink together. And I love the guy. I love that guy. But anyway, so
she's working full time.
I'm watching Michael Jackson funeral, and I see Kobe and Magic come up to say a few words.
Sure.
And Magic he's a great guy. Kobe's a great guy, but Magic what I say is you got to plan. Like I had everything written out. And you can tell Magic's going a little freeform, which is always tough for Magic. I mean, he's a great basketball player. He's great, whatever, businessman. But
he's not known for
talking is hard. And at one point he says, "The greatest moment of my life was when I ate Kentucky Fried Chicken on the floor with Michael Jackson." Now, of course, you want the kids to be happy and the family to be happy, so you'll say anything. But I kept thinking, that's the greatest moment of your life? Not the birth of your children or your 5 championships or the college championship or when you found out Cookie didn't have the HIV virus. That would have been a great day. I'd be like, I didn't get it,
Michael means more.
Well, I thought it was weird, too. And, Magic, remember, he had his own talk show. You're right. His talking is not his thing. And you're right. He said, I got a great story. I was with Michael Jackson. We ate the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, we were ordering dinner, and I ordered something, and then Michael got his chef to bring in Kentucky Fried Chicken.
He ordered grilled.
Yeah.
And you could tell he didn't prepare because he really had no ending to the story. He goes,
that was the story.
So he had to say,
he was like, this was the greatest
moment of my life. Yeah, he had to say, I felt sorry for him.
That was the greatest moment of my life that Michael Jackson ate Kentucky Fried Chicken. You're like, that's the punchline?
Yeah.
Get the fuck off the stage and go play basketball.
No, but I felt sorry because he was trying to
you
make
were
me
molested.
laugh.
You played a molester in a film.
Yeah.
Was in your gut.
Yeah.
Was Michael Jackson a child molester? Because you are ultra sensitive on
Now
this.
that I've read, talked to people, and another bad thing I did was right after he died, I was at Mr. Chow, and I was with a table of people.
The best place to be after someone dies.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Who was at that table? Another star-studded night?
Were you there with Wink Martindale?
No, we were having a kind of an engagement, whatever thing, and a lot of people.
You had an engagement party?
Yeah,
Like
my friends did.
This is your 9th engagement party.
Doesn't it get old after a while?
Not in this decade. But anyway, wait a minute. I mean, I'm 50 now. That's what I mean.
Right.
Now,
anyway,
were you able to make it to the Fred Travalena service?
No, but I almost said at the end thing, I thought about it too. It's like, hey Johnny, Magic. I brought Michael and Farrah, and if Michael doesn't do 2 songs, can Fred Travalena come on? But I thought that's too inside. I thought that was too inside for that funeral.
How do I get a pair of glasses with the name Wink on it? Never mind
Exactly. We're going to do that. But anyway, so we're there, and I'm listening to all the stories. And I actually had dinner with Michael Jackson and a whole bunch of people a bunch of times for this charity thing, and I saw what the greatest thing was.
You
Sidney
had dinner
Poitier.
with Michael Jackson?
Yes. Sidney Poitier at the Marvin Davis's house. Sidney Poitier.
Good Lord, you're hanging.
Boy,
Sidney
you
Poitier,
really are a name dropper.
Well, no. I'm just telling you why.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Sidney Poitier, friends with his daughter.
You're talking to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, but it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
He's been on here.
Yeah, but he won't talk to me now that he's governor.
Oh, he'll talk now. He'd love to have a scandal. He'd love to have a scandal. Yeah, he'll do anything. In fact, he calls me directly now. Are you and Ashley having good sex? That's very important.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Arnold Schwarzenegger, his wife, Maria Shriver, set you up on a date.
Yeah.
And you have said, then you really know what your friends think of you.
Yeah, you do.
When they set you up on a date.
Yeah.
Because she picked, she found a very, very unattractive woman.
Oh, well, she's not very, very unattractive. She's very natural.
Yeah.
A very natural woman.
Mean?
I just want to say she was not as beautiful as Maria Shriver. I want to say that.
Right.
No, I don't. Oh, God, now I'm going to see her. I had all of my friends fix me up with the different people that I think they just wanted to find somebody that wouldn't leave.
Right.
And so, but that's why, and I was fixed up on this relationship.
But you felt bad about yourself because you said, God, does she really think I'm that bad?
Yeah, they do. Women think you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
how bad was this girl that they said?
So she wasn't. I mean, she was nice and she had a job, whatever. But she was like, I don't know if she ever wore makeup ever. I don't know. She's like what a woman would think would be great.
Right.
And so
where does Maria know this woman from?
From the gaggle of her friends.
Right.
Well, she's a very nice woman. I hope she doesn't hear this.
The gaggle.
Maria is a very wonderful person.
But she doesn't think much of you as a man because she set you up with kind of a girl that was plain, as you said.
But somebody she really likes. So I mean, she's very. And Maria's defended.
It wasn't her mother, Eunice Shriver, was it? Who she set you up with?
Eunice. I couldn't keep up with her.
Right. So tell me,
setting you up with Rose Kennedy.
Tell me why is Roseanne your ex-wife from 100 years ago, who you've made peace
15
with?
and a half years ago, we made peace. Yeah, this show. Yeah.
Why is
That's
she?
the only time I've ever talked to her. By the way, that wasn't too peaceful.
But why is she saying things? Here's what she said about you. She starts. This is recently. The one good thing about Tom was he did push through my ideas, but he became extremely abusive to people. It was my fault for bringing him there. This is what you on the Roseanne Show. For a while, when we were getting along before we tried to kill each other, it was so great because I felt like, oh, I did have somebody finally who was on my side. So she paints you out to be like a maniac or something.
Yeah, she's a fucking crazy bitch is what she is.
Wow.
She is out of her fucking mind. If you read her blogs, and she calls me a sociopath, and Arnold is a sociopath, and all these names.
Why
she
Arnold?
goes back and forth on every opinion. When she talks about politics, she sounds mentally ill. And in fact, she was talking about the other day that Michael Jackson, she could have saved him. He tried to call her. And I remembered when they had the riots in L.A., she just had a facelift. Like, she was under heavy anesthesia. And she was like, get the cameras down here. I'm going to stop this thing. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean you're going to stop what thing? The morphine drip? Get it down here. I have the power to stop this. You know,
she thought she had the power to stop the L.A. riots.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Why did you stop her from stopping them?
Yeah, well, I was like, no, there's no way. It's just, you know, I did say no to her a lot.
Right.
That was my job.
Tom, you could have ended the riots and you put a stop
I know.
You stop them.
But they were so fun. As long as I didn't make it to Beverly Hills, I was fine.
Let's see what else she said. Tom says he's, let's see, Roseanne Barr claims that when Tom first started working for her sitcom, he would take a bite out of every staff member's lunch. She also claims he would pee in front of female staff with the door open.
Really?
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's really, really stupid. First of all, with a penis my size, I don't let anybody see it.
Right.
So you know that.
Right.
And you relate.
If
and,
you have a big schlong, you show it off. But
yeah,
you're not
if I had a
showing
big,
that thing off.
yeah. You know, and so that's a lie. Bite out of every sandwich is also a lie. I did admit
Why would
that.
you do that?
Yeah, why would
I
you
know.
do
It's
that?
really. And by the way,
But why
I
say
got
that?
along with the writers. I was the one to buffer between her and them, and I did defend her. I will say that, too.
Yes.
And I got mean with some people early on because she never got created by credit on her own show.
But after all this time, why still attack you? I mean,
she is why I don't know.
Is that,
but
she seems nuts.
Yeah, she's yeah. So I feel like she's.
But when she called Arnold Schwarzenegger, your good friend,
Yes.
and the governor of California, a Nazi, which I know is, Arnold is sensitive to that.
Yeah, he is.
He's, his father. There was all kinds of things said about Arnold. Why is she attacking him? Just because he's friends with you?
Yeah, and she's getting into it. Yeah.
What is she saying about
She's getting
him?
into a bad area because he will.
He will sue
He
her.
will.
Has he said to you, "I'm going to sue her"?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And I kind of held that back from him. I had my assistant print it up because he's going through enough right now. But I would say to her to shut the fuck up about him. You can say whatever you want about me, but to shut up about him. And
but why do you still think she hates you?
Well, let me just say this. There you go. Why does she hate me? Because I don't love her anymore.
Right.
That's right. I mean, I love her existence. I love what she did for me. She helped me get sober. She helped me in jobs. She believed in me. Whatever. I loved her kids. I loved being a stepfather.
Do you ever see the kids anymore?
Once in a while.
You do.
Yeah.
You were their stepfather for a while.
Yeah, it was awesome. But let me just say this. A funny thing happened. We got paid. Jenny Craig offered us $10 million to lose 20 pounds. And we were on this diet. And we were like, being paid to lose weight is so hard because it's like,
but it's great. I mean, that's a dream come true.
It's a dream come true unless you're fat. You're and they had these bars that were almost as good as the Klondike bars. Maybe not as good.
Right.
And so you eat like 30 of a day. We started gaining weight on the Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig.
Yeah. And so finally I said, listen, we gotta do this thing. It's only 20 pounds. We're like each was 60 pounds overweight. We got to do this. And so I saw her eating. I said, I'm going to be like your sponsor. You be like my sponsor. And we're supporting each other. And she was sitting there eating a bag of Jenny Craig cookies. And I'm like, so I grabbed them and smashed them. And she, it was in the kitchen. And she pulled, you know how they have the knife rack? She pulls the knife out and stabs me right here. Can you see that scar?
Yeah, that's a huge scar.
Yeah. And she stabs me through my shirt. And I'm like, and this describes our relationship. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? This is my fucking skinny shirt. You know, like the shirt was more important. I pulled the knife out.
Oh my God.
I mean, because I'm not going to call 911 and say
she stabbed you.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm my wife's. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, right.
So we went to the hospital, had it stitched up. I was mostly pissed about the shirt, and then what ended up happening is Jenny Craig could see we were gaining weight. They were embarrassed, so they fired us. But we got to keep the 20% down. So we got $2 million to gain 20 pounds instead of 10 to lose.
You're on a roll.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
What a great deal.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, she stabbed me, and I will say this.
You know, it shows you how wild you guys were. I mean, to get $10 million to lose weight is like a dream for most people.
It is a dream, and it should be easy.
Yeah, and you guys kind of like...
We're a bad influence on each other. And I want to say, too, that she, whatever personality thing, because she hesitated with the knife. I noticed that.
Right.
Because I had a tattoo of her over my left side. And, like, part of her didn't want to ruin that, and it turns out to be good because the heart is on the left side. I didn't know where the heart was.
Tom, if somebody stabbed me in the chest, and I'm seeing that scar, that's no minor scar. I would head for the hills. I would run right out the door and never look back.
But she felt really bad about it. It was nice. She was really nice.
I wonder how you felt. You probably felt pretty bad.
Yeah, I know. I was like, God, you got to give me another fucking shirt. I mean, seriously, I went to the doctor. They had to do like double stitching. It was so deep. And they're like, how'd this happen? I go, well, I was home and I was fucking around with the knife.
Are your friends sick of throwing engagement parties for you?
Probably. They probably are.
Well, how long have you known this girl you're going to marry?
I met her at Passover a year ago.
Right. Who sent you?
Slowly, Fred's Nancy Davis.
Who is this Nancy?
She's Fred. My
Sounds
friend.
like I should be friends with her.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. And you know, her brother lives in your building. We had his girlfriend.
Right.
And they know you. I told you that last time I was here. And real nice family from.
Whose brother?
My fiance's.
Oh, your
fiance's brother lives in my building?
Yes, his girlfriend has lived there a long time, Elizabeth.
And they know me?
Yeah, your dogs know each other or something. I don't know what it is. You know, some kind of relationship.
Man.
Weird. And Mark Grousman and Ashley, and we met, and then slowly over the last, 14, 15 months, and her parents...
Are you her first celebrity boyfriend?
I don't know.
Well, you know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know, but I'm not really sure. I know she knows my history. If she's willing to put up with that crap, my baggage.
You haven't checked out her history at all.
Well...
she's dated someone.
She's but she's got a nice family. They're paying for the wedding.
But she dated some. Really?
Yes. Can you fucking believe that? I mean that's
not
insane.
You up?
That should be a tip off right there.
That is crazy. Her mom is came out to LA for a month and then is moving out there.
Now you still have plenty of money, right?
I have enough.
Yeah. Are you signing a prenup with this girl?
I think I am.
Are you?
She wants me to. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
When are you getting married? When is there a date?
In November.
When are you going to sit down and really bang this thing out? Because you know that can get uncomfortable.
Well, I'm not going to. I have Marty Singer said he would do it.
Yeah, but don't you have to sit there and
I don't want to sit there for that. I can't. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
No, but you have to say to her. You have to walk up to her and say, "Honey, you need to talk to Marty Singer."
Well, no, she said, "I want your lawyer to send me a prenup." So my lawyer could look at it.
I see, because you're going to get wiped out.
Yeah, I would get wiped out. My last one, I had a post-up that was so heavy-loaded that I've been living for 2.5 years in an apartment on Wilshire while my 3 ex-wives have houses in Brentwood.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing? I mean, come on.
But it's...
And you're in love with this one?
Yes.
And she's in love with you, you're sure?
Yeah, and she's helps me
How old
so
is
much.
this one?
She is 33.
33.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good age.
She's a home organizer, office organizer. Just very like she had a girls' weekend this weekend out here. She has the best friends. These really nice people. This Charlene had all these girls that are friends with her. You can tell by people's friends that they're. But I did notice one thing. Charlene's Orthodox Jew, so she's everything is kosher in the house. And they had this little Seder, but in the background of the Seder, she's doing the 90-second sing-songy Hebrew song. I can see vibrators in the background. So I don't know what happened, but anyway, which isn't a traditional Jewish thing.
Sexually, this girl is good with you?
Yeah. Well, she's good everywhere. She pretends like she likes me.
You get oral. You get sex once a day, twice a week.
Fine. Yeah. Now you sound like Arnold. I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, I'll be.
I do whatever. We're trying to get. We'd like to get pregnant. We'd like to have a baby.
Oh boy.
She wants to have a baby.
Here we go again.
Yeah. I know. I've been taking these steroid gonal something shots, and then they're going to go right into my nut. But I've got frozen sperm anyway. I got frozen.
Shoot into your nuts.
Yeah. When they do the actual procedure, they're going to cut right into my nut because I want to suffer the same suffering that she'll probably have to suffer.
So she is giving you a lot of sex. You're having sex once a day.
Not once a day. I mean, that's my fault.
Is it already falling off?
No, sex? I mean, if it does, it's my fault.
All right, and so in other words, what I'm trying to ascertain here is that the sex isn't becoming.
How
less.
often do you and Beth have sex?
I'm going to say 3 to 4 times a week.
That's a good number.
You doing that?
I'm trying.
And you're getting it all. You're getting oral. You're getting anal. You're getting it all.
Anal? Do you get anal?
No, we don't do. That's
No.
not
See, I haven't got. I don't do that. But I'm waiting for the accident. You know, when they're on top and they're bouncing really high, and then you come down and it goes in the wrong.
Oops.
And they're like, oh, and they always make that same face, that cat face. And you're like, they're like, oh no, let me just finish real quick. At least I can say I did it once.
All right,
You know.
so, all right, so you're gonna go ahead.
If
with
you
this.
guys say so, I don't know.
I mean, you know, and so and she's anyway. She stayed and surprised me at the hotel and unpacked all my bags because I'm here for 8 days. That's the kind of person she is. She's very nice.
And you, your mother's dead now, right?
Yeah, she's dead.
Your father too?
No, he's alive.
He's alive. Will he be at the wedding?
Yeah. He'll be. See, my family, her family's really close. They just show up.
You getting along with your father?
Yeah.
Everything's cool?
Yeah, I talk to him once a month, you know.
Right.
But my family will come when I get their ticket and put them exactly where I put them and have the car taken. So I have complete control of where and when they are. She doesn't at hers.
Well, let's go to Pete. Pete, we're here with Tom Arnold. What is it, Pete?
Okay, Tom, you had a great career. I'm sorry it's over, man. I have a question for you. What was worse, being molested as a child or having sex with Roseanne with the lights on?
All right, what's worse, being molested as a child or having sex with Roseanne with the lights on?
Well, how did he know who said the lights were on?
Were the lights ever on?
By the way, you know, I got to say something. People seem to think that the problem was that she was fat.
Right.
Well, I was fat.
Right.
That was a plus to me because, you know, from Iowa. And number two, so I didn't have to worry about my body.
But it is a funny thing with guys. When you're fat, you still think you deserve to have a thin woman. You know what I mean?
Well, if you say, it's weird.
Yeah.
We notice you haven't repeated that.
Well, no, but I always make sure there's something, they have an obvious flaw.
What about the face, though? That was an ugly face, Tom.
Oh.
Yeah, well, what is yours? Do you have a woman?
Not in a long while.
Okay, well, then what the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, come on.
But, no, was it, in a sense, was it the toughest or roughest assignment you ever had?
No.
In terms of, it was not.
Oh, no. Back in the day in Iowa. You know, in Iowa, women are very forward.
Right.
And I remember I did a trip through Wisconsin. You'll know this, where you do all the colleges.
Yeah.
And we do a nooner in Menominee.
A nooner.
And this girl's dad owned the bakery, and she looked like a cream puff, and I ended up, you know, whatever. And then we get to the next show in Superior, and the woman comes out to greet us, the administrator. And I say to Joel Madison, my friend, well, I'll tell you one thing, I'd never fuck her. You cut to like 6 hours later, it's just horrible. I mean, she was like fucking, you know.
You say every woman you ever date, you make sure has a flaw so you don't feel too bad about yourself.
Right.
What is your new your fiance? What is her flaw?
I would say that that she really, really cares about me.
Come on, that's a
no. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Flaw.
No. I think she has. I think she doesn't realize maybe has lower self-esteem than she should. She doesn't realize that she's
all right.
You know, beautiful.
So she has a flaw.
That's the flaw. She doesn't realize she's beautiful.
The flaw I like in a woman is she's so arrogant from being so amazing looking.
Yeah, right.
No, you don't like that. That's too much.
What was the last one's flaw? Shelby's flaw.
Shelby's flaw was that she, you know, had issues with her father.
Oh, I see.
And,
so
Ashley's
these are
parents,
not physical flaws.
I thought you found
no, there's got to be issues.
Flaw.
Well, there's issues. I mean, I'd love somebody with one leg, you know, because then you could, you know, it's not so obvious. And then also, when you can take your shirt off and they can say, man, you're getting fat around the love handles. And you're like, man, but what about your fucking stump? I mean, seriously, we're even. Let's fuck.
You got to be able to go back at them.
Who is this guy you brought with
That's
you?
my brother, future brother-in-law, Mark Grossman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big guy.
So you're getting along well with your in-laws.
Yeah. I love my future in-laws. Yeah, that's the first time that I've had in-laws. You know, like
people willing to talk to you who are with the girl's family.
Yeah. They're like really into it, and they like, yeah.
Well,
Howard,
let me tell you.
Tom,
and the other. Oh, go ahead.
Tom's new wife understand what she's getting into. She's marrying a guy she thinks is a celebrity.
He is a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
He was a celebrity.
You know what, Pete? You bust everyone's balls, and you know he is a celebrity.
What is going to happen for him in the future? Tell me, Howard.
What's going to happen? He's going to be happily married, and he's going to have a good life, and he's going to make a new film.
This one is going to work. He'll have a baby.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
A new film we already seen before. That's
well, come on. Sequel's good.
I'll tell you what. He can always have a spot on a show. If you ever he was great on the Best Damn Sports Show. He's funny on tour. talk shows. He could work.
He's our guy,
He
man.
can do a lot of things.
We're not going to sit there and take your bullshit.
Yeah. You got to think of some better stuff.
That's right. All right, listen.
It's not
I see
gonna be a
many.
problem.
Let me sum up.
But let me say one thing
I see
to you.
many more.
I bought a cheap house this time.
Good.
I bought it. It actually looked at every time I had a little trouble getting a loan because you have the loan crisis, and I never had that before. I just go pick out a house, say, let's buy it. My business manager's like, can't do that anymore. And so she kept saying, you know what? We were in an apartment. We got a roof over our head. We're fine. And every time I got like my ego,
right? She
said, don't worry about it. We got a roof over our head. So that really,
you like a girl who,
yeah. So you get a cheaper house. She does a little work on it, a little bit, and it makes it pretty wonderful.
That's nice. Listen, I see many
Let's
more.
hope this one works.
Yeah.
I see many more movies and many more wives in your future. I really do.
Hey, congratulations on your happiness.
Thank
I mean,
you.
seriously.
That was inspirational to you.
That really was, because it was like never doing that. And you met somebody who has their own life and is a very good person, you can tell. And so, it makes you human. It humanized you. You're like a normal person now.
You know what, Tom? I think you had something to do with their wedding vows.
Yeah?
Yeah, because one of the things you came in here and said the last time was, in any of your marriages, you never thought someone had your back.
Yeah, that's true.
And the theme of our vows was that we all had each other's back.
That is the thing about Ashley. She does have, I mean, like when I was on Facebook.
Bring her in here. I want to, before you
will bring her
marry
in, because I got to
in.
tell you what she did on Facebook, my Facebook call, because I don't pay attention.
Right.
I'll write love Tom to everything people write, and people are saying naked pictures.
Right.
And she got into it with this woman, like defending me, and it was a very interesting.
She has your back.
She definitely has my back.
Tom Arnold, everybody.
Thank
He's
you.
the man, and he knows what's happening. We love him, and he will be at Caroline's. Go see him. You know you'll have a good time. Tom Arnold, the man with the giant watch. What is that?
This is an Invicta 50th anniversary Russian diving watch that my friend Jill gave me yesterday.
Are you
and
diving?
You don't dive at all.
No.
No.
You're not diving in Russia, are you?
No.
We'll be back right after these words.
Tom.
Yes.
So Howard's a little concerned about your fourth marriage.
Whatever.
He says. I think he said you're a disaster at marriage.
Yeah, but he also said, I think you heard what he said, that I.
At the end, he's starting to come around.
Yeah. So it takes convincing. I mean, anybody that knows me, I've had to convince him.
And you're confident in this one, right?
Yeah, I'm confident in her.
So So you excited to be back? It's been a while.
It's been a bit. I'm really looking forward to it.
So anything else? Anything else new?
Does anything else need to be new than my masterpiece?
All right, man. We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, man. Looking forward to it.
Quentin Tarantino's coming in today.
Oh, that's cool.
He's got a new movie called Inglourious Bastards, Basterds. Don't ask me why it's spelled that way.
Well, we can find out today.
I don't think he has an answer.
Oh.
Because
maybe he didn't know how to spell bastards?
Maybe.
That would be great.
But anyway, you mean maybe he's like... what's your comedian friend? Bob Levy.
Bob Levy.
Yeah.
My comedian friend.
Bob Levy. Can't spell.
Yes. Pulp Fiction was originally Phicio.
Yeah, someone put it through the spell check. But, it's funny. So they said, would you go to a screening of the movie? I said, listen, I'm pretty tied up. I can't get out at night to see a screening of the movie. They said, all right, we're going to give you a screener copy of this movie to watch over the weekend. So they send you out the screening copy. And, obviously, and I don't blame them. They're paranoid about it being copied or ripped off. But I think with me, I'm a pretty safe bet. But they send you a copy of the movie where I put in the DVD player. First of all, across the entire top of the movie is Howard Stern. You see my name throughout the whole film. Howard Stern, property, blah, blah, blah. So the entire top part of the movie is cut off. Then I notice they intentionally, it's not high def or anything like that, they intentionally give you a blurry copy.
Jeez.
So you can't really see the movie all that well between my name.
They must think this is a great film.
Yeah, I mean, they carry on with this. I'm never doing this I'm not doing it
You're
anymore.
not asking anymore.
No more, because they give you such a poor copy of it that it's not an enjoyable experience. And then across the bottom is, most of the film is subtitled.
Oh.
I'd say about 70% of it. And the subtitles are fine because But when they're blurry, they're hard to read.
So the subtitles were blurry, too.
The whole film was blurry.
It's odd that a director would allow someone like you to see a film like that.
I don't think he knows that. In other words...
I bet he'd be livid.
He would.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listen, I understand...
This is way too many obstacles to seeing a film.
And it's so ridiculous because I know that they give out screening copies to a lot of people that are high def and all this, but... Okay, listen, I'm not going to whine about it. I just thought it'd be nice to see the movie before the guy came in.
Before he came.
Well, by the way, I loved the movie, despite all the obstacles.
All of this going on.
I thought it was great.
I'm dying to see it.
Really enjoyed it. Brad Pitt was good in it. There's a guy who plays a Nazi who is just an amazing actor.
Yeah?
I don't know his name.
You don't know him?
Don't know him. You probably would. You know everything about the movies. I don't know anything. But I really enjoyed the movie. And...
oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
It's a bunch of Jewish guys. It's a fantasy, a bunch of Jewish guys in World War II.
That's what I said. It sounds to me like how we wish the war had gone.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Or at least part of it.
You got Jews scalping Nazis. I mean, it's like, and Jews beating Nazis in the head with baseball
right. Now
bats.
We're getting, what we're getting in the movies? Because Defiance has Jews fighting back. We're getting the Jews fighting back movie.
Yeah, by the way... And you sit there and you go, gee, if only a couple of Jews picked up some guns, maybe they could have blown the fucking head off a Nazi or two.
Right.
But, at the time they figured, well, this isn't going to be so bad. And
these are the civilized people. It won't be bad.
You need a gun.
Unfortunately, there were no guns around in Nazi Germany. Unfortunately, 60 years too late, all these fantasies.
Yeah.
But, and by the way, Nazis always seem like buffoons, like so easily beatable.
Yeah, well, that's not true, unfortunately.
Yeah, they weren't so easy to beat. But the fact of the matter is the movie was good. It was fun to watch the movie. And but boy, oh boy, they sure make it hard to see. I mean, I tell you,
You got to go see the movie again now and really enjoy it.
I guess. Or maybe I wouldn't enjoy it as much. I don't know. But
the obstacles.
Quentin Tarantino is a big shot. He is a film director. He gets to go to all the parties. He probably bangs the greatest chicks.
Is he in the system or is he outside?
He's in the system. He could say he's a rebel, but he is in the system.
All right.
Hey, man. Hey. Quentin, great to see you.
Good to see you. The couch is throwing me, though. I'm always used to the big butcher block.
This couch is an updated couch. You should be more comfortable. I think you're going to look better on this couch.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool.
Nice, right?
I'm digging on this.
How you been?
Very good.
I saw your movie. I saw it this weekend. They sent me over a screening copy. They make it fuzzy, which I was going to fucking kill somebody.
Or is that how the movie looks?
Yeah,
no. Not sure.
Did you shoot it?
Yeah, I had a tracking problem during the making of the movie.
I noticed your new film has named Howard Stern across the top. I appreciate the publicity. It's very, very nice of you.
Is that in 3,000 theaters?
Yeah. I wonder. Imagine they put that one in.
Yeah, just like, I guess we're recurring favor a little bit.
I love the movie. You are a genius. It's when I read that you have an IQ of 160, is that really true? Because I'm thinking of starting the opposite kind of rumor about myself, that my IQ is 75. This way,
you will get...
No, whenever I read about you, it says he has an IQ of 160. Do you have
something my mother said.
You don't even know if it's true.
I don't even know if it's true.
Right.
Because why are you wasting your time making movies? You should be really applying.
Yeah, like create a cure for cancer.
Right, exactly.
These movies. But the funny thing is that, Gary even said to me a couple of years ago, let's press release that you have an IQ of about, let's give you a 155.
Yeah, who's going to challenge you? They're not going to test you.
And I say, no, Gary, tell everyone my IQ is super low. I think that would be really cool that a retarded
and then they'll
guy.
Forgive you.
A retarded guy, basically someone who has, minimal intelligence, got this far in life.
And no wonder he does that.
Well, it's the whole idea of saying you're older than you actually are. So people go, well, you look great.
That's right. People go the opposite way. It's so wrong. This movie, I like this movie a lot. I think you got a winner on your hands.
Oh, thanks.
But what gave you this idea that, Jews would be scalping Nazis and fighting back? I mean, come on.
It's wonderful to watch Jews fighting back and scalping.
Exactly.
It's a fantasy.
It's about time,
Yeah,
actually.
Exactly. It's nice
but
to see.
it's a little too late.
And why did you cast Eli Roth, who used to guard my door? Do you know this story?
Yes, I know the story,
When I was shooting Private Parts.
He's a director, though.
Why didn't you cast me as Jew Bear or whatever?
Yeah, the Jew Bear.
The Jew Bear. Why wouldn't I have been
busy, man?
Busy for you? No way. Come on, stop it. You could change my life like you did Travolta's.
Well, one of the things is because Eli does a fantastic Boston accent. That is almost an impossible accent to get unless you're from there.
I could never do that. Do you? You still in touch with Travolta? Does he? I mean, you did change his life.
Oh yeah. No. We it's, you know how it is when you're running around doing stuff. We talk to each other every couple of years.
You don't survive something like your son dying the way what just happened to him. I feel awful for the guy.
Oh, I mean, and especially because I knew how. I mean, everyone loves her for the most part, but I mean, I know how important his son was to
devoted
him.
To his son.
Exactly.
And but did you make a phone call to Travolta after something like that happens? I'm bad at that stuff.
I'm kind of emotionally immature when
you
it comes to
didn't do
stuff like that.
You
No,
it
happened. It happened when I was in Germany, and I actually heard about it. Actually, like way after the fact, to tell you the truth. It wasn't like I heard about it, oh, this happened last weekend. I heard about it way after the fact, and I was still in Germany. And truth be told, I haven't called him.
You still haven't called him?
I still haven't called him. No.
You could send an e-card, one of those e-cards or something.
Where
you acknowledge
get a
this.
gerbil on the cover and it talks to you.
Yeah, they're talking gerbil. I'm so sorry. No, but seriously, because when you make these movies, and especially when you make a movie with Travolta and you change his whole career, which I mean is unbelievable. You see, I fantasize that you guys are close after something like that. But I guess after the movie, you kind of just go your separate ways.
No. It's not quite like that. I mean, the thing about it is, you're really close. But the thing is, especially in a thing where you're making movies where, like, you could be spending 8 months in Cairo for all you know, or this place or that place. You see each other, but you see each other every couple of years or something, or you go out